Hello. Hello, everybody. You're not wicked at all.
There I am. Who is it? I don't know.
I lost my stream a while ago because I accidentally just kicked us out.
Now, Martha, can you talk now? Still no sound. Poor Martha.
We had a technical difficulty.
Is it Scott? Is it Scott?
Why is everybody just so crunchy in the egg?
It's Scott. It is Scott. It is Scott. I wondered. Bravo.
No, it's the old crone in the attic. The old crone in the attic.
Never. I was going to say something. Somebody used to call me the witch from down the street. Oh, my daughter.
Now, before these crafting pretties, get underway, I shall toot my Halloween horn. If I can find my mouth.
Okay.
Where's my mouth? Oh, I think it's in my nose. Let the crafting fun begin.
I'm trying to get my daughter to come in. Rising.
We're Martha's having problems getting heard, and then we have this old crone here.
Yeah, so is that old crone going to make a hat too? Christy.
And I say that y'all guessed it.
Are you watching this, babe? You need to go watch this. Scott's on here.
Let's see. Of course.
Poor Martha. Oh my God, that's too funny. Hi, Christy. Hi, Dana Grace. Hi, Becky. Hi, Patricia. Hi, KP. Who else did I miss?
Hello, you guys. Dana Grace, KP. Let's see. Patricia. Who is that? Crescent Moon. Hello.
Hello.
Karen Williams. Hello.
I'm going to go ahead and work on this.
Bling-a-ding-ding. Hello. Joan, hello.
I'm going to try
Hi,
something.
Amy. Hi,
Good night.
Roxana.
Oh,
Good
hi,
night.
Roxana. Hello, Bling Ding Dong.
Crone
Good
just
night.
stopped
Dong.
in to
Hello,
say
Joan. Hi,
hello.
Karen.
And
Why
he
am
will be,
I
she will be leaving soon. That's very wicked up there, I'd have to say. Everybody say bye.
Are you leaving? Well, that was a fun pop-in.
Hi, Becky. Hi, Sonia.
Oh,
I'm
hang
working my
on.
way down the
I
list
just put some
here.
hot glue on this, so I got to put it down real quick before I screw it up.
Am I missing anybody? Bonnie, hello, hello. I hope y'all didn't miss the crone in
Crescent
the
Moon,
attic.
hello. Hi, Bonnie. Bye, Scott.
So they didn't even know the crone was coming.
That was darling.
Oh,
I had a hunch when I first saw him. I had a hunch that might be Scott. That was fun. That was fun. Martha, can you talk?
They're working behind the stage.
I wonder what's going on.
Trying to
That
get
happened to me one night. I went
Hello,
live and couldn't get any sound. And Brad and I ended up getting in the car and driving to Fallon and buying a new computer. And then I figured it out 2 days later what the problem was. But I kept the new computer
I hate that
anyway.
when that happens.
Uh-huh.
Well, at least Martha's here for the booze.
Well, I got my cup. Drink up, witches.
And this is what I'm drinking, some Dracula juice.
I didn't know they even made that.
And Martha's drinking
Witch's brew.
Witch's brew. Bitch's brew.
Hi, Nat.
Hi, Lo and Nat. Hi, Lo.
Hi, Lo.
Hi, Lo and Nat.
Oh, I haven't glued this one yet. Well, while we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and get some gluing done here that I need to get done.
Oh, well, I don't even know if they really know what we're doing.
Oh, I thought they did. I thought they knew we were making. See, I don't know why this stupid glue. I bought a new glue. Oh, there it goes.
Yes, we are going to do a craft today. And hi, George. A headdress piece.
Hi, George. A headdress. It sounds like a natives or something.
The crone locked Scott in the attic. So we're making headdress pieces and going to have chit chats and I don't know, maybe some games if Martha can talk.
I'm going to end up with more glue doing it this way. I may have to go back to that other glue.
So I'm sorry, did y'all have to go jump on a new link? Because when I was trying to do our switcheroo, I hit end stream and I had to do a new link to get everybody back in.
I know what I'll do. I'll just stick something over that. There.
Martha, they say take the condoms off your mic. Maybe we can hear you.
Martha, that's not where they go.
Yeah, Martha.
Oh my God, I'm going to have more glue than anything else.
I ain't done nothing. Here's mine.
Is that what you're starting with?
That's what I'm starting with.
I can't show mine because I'm already working on it. So you can't see it till it's done, hopefully.
You don't know exactly what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. I was trying, I had to go and see my grandkids in their costumes real quick. So I barely got back.
Okay, get off there.
So
I need some to.
So we're going to chat as we craft. So for those of y'all who don't know us, I'm Tammy from Vintage Convert. Oh.
How much of that? How much of that Dracula's blood have you already drank?
I feel like D now. I am so D. Oh my God. If y'all notice on the peddler's train, D combined my name and Martha's name together.
Oh, I didn't see that.
From Vintage Uprising, Texas. I had to stop and think.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to this.
And then in the middle there is Margo from Vintage PeepShow, AGoGo.
AGoGo.
And then we have Martha with her technical difficulties. It's a good thing y'all probably can't hear her talk right now. She's probably cussing up a storm. Martha from Vintage Conversation. So we're all vintage girls. We all have the name Vintage in our name, but I don't seem to get mixed up with Margo as much as I do Martha. But in the drop cell hop, when Dee was saying, "Hey, y'all just came over from Martha from Vintage Uprising, Texas." That's what I was thinking in my head when I did that. I just busted out laughing. Because when we were in Kentucky, that time we did the meetup, she kept calling Kentucky, Texas. She kept saying, every time she was trying to say we were in Kentucky, she kept saying Texas.
Oh,
it was hilarious.
If you did it the right way. And I'm not a crafter.
Oh yes, I heard that before. The last time you were on here, and you made an awesome little upside down pineapple thingy.
It was a pineapple upside down snakes.
No chat from poor Martha. No, did you know that?
I know. I miss her, Martha. I miss you. I hope you can get that figured out.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't. I put craft in our kind of logo, kind of saying a chat and craft. We're not doing a sale tonight. We're playing around.
We're playing. We're playing. Oh, I had another one okay, this one I could. Did I glue all those down? Yeah, I glued that one down already. If it stays. I'll put this one over here.
Karen, Karen, you may have to go back and watch the beginning to see what special crazy person we had here a while ago that was in the attic.
That was so sweet of him, of her to join us.
Sweet. She's already went out and came back in. I don't know what she's working on now. She's got her gurus behind the scene working on everything.
Her gurus.
We already did that when we were in our last show. I don't know. Did y'all have to find a new link to come find us? I'm gonna have to fix that after we get back. After I end this, fix a picture and the commentary in there.
I've never used some of this stuff before.
So she may be going out and coming back in a few times until she fixes it. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Okay, I need somebody reading the chat out loud for me. I should have a Karen come in behind the scenes. I don't know if I can keep her behind the scenes though. So she can read the chat for us.
I just found a picture online when we started talking this thing, and I thought, I think I can make that. So it's not precise, but it's going to be a little bit close. But you'll see when I'm done.
I have. Show them your drink.
Oh.
I have wine in my creepy little cup.
And I'm drinking my cherry whiskey in my witch's cup.
This is going in my coffin when I go. I'm drinking Dracula's blood.
Oh, we have another Karen too. We have Karen chasing vintage. Yay! This will be interesting if it comes out even some. Let's see.
So Bonnie was doing crafts, a Christmas craft, and I got some Christmas crafts I need to pull out. Last year I had 2 tables full of knickknacks to make assemblages with. I'm behind on the chat. I'm going back.
I think
I got this belt on my face now.
Over here.
Those eyelashes.
I'm using some kind of a fabric.
Eyelashes look crafty.
I've never used before.
I see Brad wandering around in the kitchen. You see how far behind in the chat I am?
Yeah, because he's not back here now. Okay. My sun's finally going down, so I don't have all of that sun coming in my window, though, which is nice because it's blind. It was blinding me from being able to see what I'm doing.
Oh, I'm sorry about Martha. I'm reading the chat and I don't see you there. Hi, Nettie. Hello. Yeah,
Hi,
where's all the
Nettie.
kids?
There she is again.
Speak. Nope. Why are you so broken?
Well, that
Why are you
sucks.
only break when you come see me?
That sucks. That sucks. I love Martha's conversation. I miss you, Martha. Let me have to put some of this like there.
Oh, Miriam, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you. Stopping by to say hi, about to go trick-or-treating. I went and just met up with my grandkids to see them in their costumes. Let me show y'all real quick. I ain't even started on mine. They're going to be way ahead of me. They're going to be playing games and I'm going to still be crafting my stuff. Let me show you my grandkids real quick. They were passing out candy. We did a little bit of a trick-or-treating because I had to leave early, so.
I can't tell if that's even. None of this is going to be even. I'm going to have to go get some tweezers to pick off some of this glue. Aww. Hi, Skylon.
Skylon?
Who's Skyla? Is that yours?
Oh, she's in the chat. I thought you meant in the picture.
No.
Hi, Skylon. Yeah, that one's mine.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the picture.
I got to try to get some of this glue off of here. I don't like that.
I done forgot what they were called. Who? Sparkle and somebody or another.
I'll be right back. Find some tweezers.
If nothing else, y'all going to see Martha craft. That's what I said. Try your phone. Maybe that works. Turn off data. Use Wi-Fi. Can you hear us though, Martha? You can hear us though? Yes? Okay.
All right.
Hi, Skylin. You're sitting at home. Are you getting any trick-or-treaters, Skylin? Did you turn on your porch light? I wanted to see how. Oh,
I'm going to have to get something to color that in. Or it's going to make me batshit crazy. Oh, I forgot. I already am. Who's that? Where's my phone?
Oh.
Oh, it's Martha.
When she's backstage, her microphone is working.
Huh. Yeah, that's what she said. So that just sucks.
The phone and the camera instead of Martha.
Okay, I'm going to get. Might have to use some makeup. Is that black? That's black.
Happy Halloween, you guys. Hi, Jackie. Hello.
Halloween.
And anybody in the Lurker Lounge, we put some Red Blood Punch in the Lurker Lounge for those.
Ooh.
And a skeleton rib, meat to eat. No trick-or-treaters here for me. I'd go, if I was you, I'd run down and go knock on all your neighbors' doors and run back upstairs.
Doorbell ditch.
Yeah, there you go.
I love that. That was my favorite game when I was a kid. Doorbell ditch. Or going in July and knocking on somebody's door, and then when they answer, you start singing Christmas carols.
They caught me. And start singing. Yeah, that would be hilarious. As a matter of fact, when some of the kids were getting candy, they were saying Merry Christmas after they got their candy.
Really?
To the girls, yeah.
Okay. God, my old eyes are not focusing on this. Did I get, oh, that's glued down. Okay, stay.
Just watching the start.
Okay. Now, there's a part of this I'm not looking forward to doing. And I'm going to have to put it up here.
Scott didn't talk.
Oops, come on. Okay, don't anything come on.
I didn't convince him to appear. Yeah, he's like, send me the link. When I told him last night we were doing this, he told me to send him the link. And I was like, okay.
Who did?
Scott.
Beanie? Oh, Scott? Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, last night
that's not working.
I showed up on his channel and I told him that we were doing this. I told all the people at his channel that we would be doing this today, and he's like, send me the link.
Some of this glue doesn't want to stick. You're going to have to stick.
Now, this is going to be really hard for me to keep up with the chat. And hi, Graham. And watch what I'm doing.
Oh, she left it. God, I wish she could figure out what the hell's going on. Doesn't she said it shows that she's that everything's good, that the mic and everything is working.
Yeah. Okay, hi, Lisa. Lisa, if I'm saying that right, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Have Martha call you on the phone so we can hear her. Oh, that's not a bad idea. And that's doable. Okay, now this one, some of this, I'm going to have to use hot glue. So that fabric glue is not drying fast enough.
We are here crafting. We're just playing.
Yeah, because we have no clue how this is going to turn out. But I'm thinking, oh, and you know what else? Can I go ahead and plug my channel?
Yes.
I'm at 492 subscribers. I was at 501 last Wednesday. And then YouTube did a purge on me and knocked me clear down to 483. But now I'm up to 492. So I need 8 more subscribers to hit my 500. And when we get to the 500 and we can maintain it for a week or so, then we're going to do our 500 subscriber giveaway. We don't know what we're going to give away yet, but we'll do a giveaway when we get there.
Can you hear me now?
I heard you. Oh you look clear. Woo!
I'm on my phone.
Yay!
Karen,
Patricia says it's time to take off her soft spot.
But I can't see any chat, so.
Oh, great. I'm not going to have. Oh, you put that part on your computer then. Because you don't have to hear us there.
Okay, that might stick there then. And I can touch that up later. Did that one stick okay? I'm going to glue him too.
Because I'm going to need you to help me look at the chat from time to time.
Well,
you know I'm horrible with it.
It's not going to be right because I'm going to be listening on the phone, but reading it on my computer.
It'll be just delayed one way or the other, somewhere.
One way or another.
Or another.
I'm going to find you. I'm going to get you. Debbie Harry. Wasn't that Blondie? Yeah, that was Blondie, huh?
Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't know her personally. She might have been.
Harry.
See what
Margo,
you were missing?
It was suggested to you. You know what? I could use that, but I don't know if all this stuff would stick with the eyelash glue, Data Grace. I bought fabric. I never thought about resorting to my eyelash glue. That's not a bad idea.
Y'all can guess. I have black. What is this called? Pipe cleaners. So I'm going to let y'all guess what I might be doing. Give them a hint of something that you have.
Worms,
Roxanne.
Spiders.
Worms.
Spiders.
I like spiders. Now, is that going to stick? No, I'm going to glue him too on this side with hot glue because that fabric glue does not dry fast enough for what I want.
And let's see, did I miss anything?
Okay.
Patricia had a Sasquatch costume, if I can get it out of my mouth, and putting on her pajamas now.
Hey, I'm jammies from the waist down.
I don't know why that's like that. I don't like that.
My daughter-in-law gave me this shirt tonight. She says she has a vintage looking look. It has a coffee with the whipped cream. That looks good.
Oh, I'm gonna
and matches my earrings better than the one that I did have on.
Let me see.
You can't miss these earrings.
What are they? Big pumpkins? Oh, those are adorable.
They are very cute.
Mine are spiders. I almost wore my Ouija boards, but I put these on instead. They have
the Ouija boards are great. Those are great. Really cool.
Do they have little tiny planchettes?
That's what they are. Do you want to see them?
Okay. Yeah.
I'll go grab them real quick. Hang on.
I don't know how my legs should be going here. Maybe my legs are too long.
Your legs are too long? That's not what Dave said.
I got long legs for miles. Miles.
That is what Dave said.
I don't know about this. Well, we're trying it.
Martha, see?
Oh,
those are really
look at
cool.
that. Those are cute.
Yeah, I almost wore those tonight, but I decided to wear the spiders instead.
Well,
I like my little Ouija boards.
You said Ouija boards. I thought you had little Ouija boards.
Okay. All right. Now there's a part of this I'm going to have to do. Did I get him glued down? No. That's going to be tricky.
Okay. What's a planchette? That's the thing that you use
That's
on the Ouija
this
board,
part.
Karen.
Yeah, that you put your fingers on and it slides around the board supposedly on its own. Now I can't remember where I had him. Is he up here?
Which you already figured out, but like I said, I'm reading the chat late, so I'll be a day late and $1 short all evening.
So just know that, y'all, when she's commenting, it's because she's having to read from her computer and it's a lag from her response.
Not just because I'm an idiot. I'm Googling it. Hold on.
I did not say that.
I'm Googling the answer.
Okay, now this part I got to do different.
Maybe I should do it smaller.
Scott, that was so cute.
Oh, kid, is there candy in that?
No, it's just like sparklies, glitter and stars and stuff.
You see that mask he had? It was an antique. I do believe that was an Odie.
Oh, I bet it was. It looked like it was.
Oh,
that mask that he had on.
Oh yeah, come on. Do you think Scott would come on with a new mask?
No.
What is wrong with you? No, I did not. But now I know how.
Okay, girl.
Who was helping you with your computer stuff?
Nobody.
Oh, I thought you said somebody was back there helping you.
No. I'm back there saying, I need a new freaking computer.
Yes, that mask was old.
This laptop's only...
That could work. There.
20 years old.
Only.
Look, you better switch to your new laptop or it'll be out of date by the time you start using it.
That's true. We bought a New Year's is when we bought that new laptop because we were having trouble with the speaker. And I still haven't used it. I haven't turned it on.
I love my laptops. That's all I use. Usually.
What do we want to hear about Scott's mask?
Quit dripping.
You know, I remember Scott talking about that mask, but I don't remember anything about it. KP probably knows because she remembers it, so she probably knows.
Okay, come on.
Aw, put in a
Don't
good
screw
word for
me
me,
up.
Dana Grace. Dana Grace says maybe Santa Claus will bring me a new one.
Now that
Wait,
isn't
it's
exactly
not
where I
me
wanted
talking
it.
to myself about what I'm doing. That's Margo.
What? What'd I do?
Separated, man.
I am talking to myself.
At
No, what
CK,
the
it
heck
says
is
you can tell age. Martha talks to herself about what she's doing.
was that?
It's not Martha.
That
You can
was
tell
that's-
age when you forget people's names.
I wonder what that was.
Yeah, right.
Okay, come here, you. Get that glue.
Now, how fancy are these supposed to be?
Well, I'll tell you what. Okay, y'all, when I do a
Tell
craft,
me what.
I put it together, I tear it down. I put it together, I tear it down. And this is going to be the first dibs, and it's not going to be the greatest because I don't have time to tear it down.
Okay, don't tear it down.
You guys would probably say mine's fancy.
Of course we
Yeah,
would.
your last one was.
Ow! Shit.
Look, Margo, when you sit here and tell us I can't craft, and then you show us those things. Wait. It makes us wonder when you say, I wasn't a slut.
I never said that. I never said that. Oh, there goes my phone. Yes.
Well, I can't find your live video.
Go to, it's not on my channel. Go to Vintage Uprising, Texas.
TX.
Like on Google or on YouTube?
No, on YouTube.
Vintage.
Uprising.
Subscribe.
Is it spelled out Texas?
No, just TX.
TX.
But it still comes
TX.
up even if you spell it out
Oh,
Texas.
okay.
Oh,
Hi,
okay.
Lucinda.
Okay. Come in and say
Hi,
hi to
Lucinda.
everybody.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, Ellen Pfister just subscribed. Oh, to me. Now she's got to subscribe to you.
Ellen.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's the name she's under on here.
Who's
Oh,
Ellen?
and me.
My daughter.
Oh.
That's my youngest daughter. She called me. So I told her to cut that we're live and to come in. She said she just found it. But does she have to be a subscriber to be able to chat?
Yes.
Maybe it might take her a minute. If you're in subscriber mode.
I'm in subscriber mode.
Okay. She'll just have to hang for a minute then. You know, these strings from hot glue look like spider webs or something.
Yeah, you could leave them on there. Yes, happy Halloween, everybody. Happy All Hallows Eve.
There she is. That's my daughter.
Ellen. Hello.
That's my
Hi,
little girl.
Ellen.
That's
Hi,
Martha. She just called me a slut.
Ellen just called you a slut?
No, you did. I'm telling
No,
Ellen.
you said Martha
she just called me a slut.
Ellen. Hi, Bree. You got to say Ellen. She just called me. Martha just called me one.
I didn't call you a slut.
Well,
We just said we wouldn't believe you.
When I say I'm not a slut. Hey, we were all young once.
Are you saying we were all sluts once?
Yeah, I never said that, but
See?
we had to experiment
all young
how we wanted to be. Right?
Look, you should always test drive that car before you buy it.
Exactly.
It could be a lemon.
I've never done that. No.
Nobody wants to get stuck with. Look, you were stuck with some lemons.
Hey, how long were you with Dave before you slept with him?
15 minutes, 20, what?
15 minutes. Come on. I'm going to tell David that one.
Come on.
First of all, you expect me to remember that?
Wait, let if you don't remember.
I love the 15-minute thing though. Wait, is my daughter still in here? We can't talk like that if she's in here.
My daughter's in here.
Wait a minute. Your daughter is sleeping with people too, so.
No, she's not. Are you, Skybo?
Not while her daddy's watching, of course, but trust me.
Oh no, honey.
That girl's all grown up.
She's more afraid of her mommy than she is her daddy. Just saying. Right, Skyland? Tell them.
I'd like to put that to the test. See which one she's more afraid of.
Ask her. Is she in here? Colin, are you in here? Downtown Brown. Hello.
Hi, Downtown Brown.
Who are you more afraid of, your mommy or your daddy? I just met her boyfriend for the first time just recently. I mean, like
that don't mean
nothing. She didn't want him to meet
you to a potential lemon.
Oh, come off of there.
Her boyfriend.
Okay, now I gotta try.
Oh, it's true.
She loves you, Margo.
The hard part. Where's that end?
Ellen loves you.
I love Ellen. Are you leaving, Ellen?
More afraid of me than
not
she is
gonna
her
hang
daddy.
out with us, Ellen. I gotta try to figure out. Are you getting any trick-or-treaters at your apartment, Ellen?
Yes. Tam. Okay. My job is done.
Okay, I guess I just got to get gutsy and just go for it, right?
I am. I'm just doing it. Y'all can laugh later.
Downtown Brown, thank you. This is a neat idea that Tammy came up with. She's had us come on her channel and craft more than once now, and we like to get together and just talk and laugh sometimes.
Sometimes we drink margaritas.
Sometimes we drink straight rum.
Downtown Brown.
I remember that. Because we had these fancy margaritas, but Martha's drinking straight rum.
I can't help it. I got some pirate blood in me.
Yes, Karen, I did finally at my granddaughter's birthday party. I think she brought him because she didn't think I was going to be there, but we showed up after we came in from out of town.
Okay, let's see.
Downtown Brown this is the first time he's been to my channel. I say he, but
they
came from Scott's.
Oh, well, hello, Downtown Brown. Hello. Go hang out with all of us. Come hang out. Okay,
Joyce,
let's see.
What we really laugh about is when Margo gets drunk on margarita night.
I haven't had any margaritas for a long time. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Joy.
You've been saving up.
I've been waiting on you. Well, we have traveled a lot this last year, so I wasn't home a lot.
Yeah, so see, technically, we've been waiting on you.
Well, I thought about y'all while I was
been on vacation on the river for, I don't know, like 3 months.
Oh, God.
Oh, gee, Margo. My heartstrings are plucked.
I thought about you guys while we were. I thought about you guys all the time. I did.
Yeah, saying suckers. I'm hearing you're not. That's what she was doing.
Exactly.
Hey, we were going to bed early every night and getting up every day and doing all this shit, so you couldn't stay up and party too much. They had you up at the butt crack of dawn practically.
I know. We need to find a cruise that is tailored to people who like to stay up late and sleep late in the morning.
Well, yeah. Have you guys thought any more about that? What we were talking about doing an Alaska cruise?
My hubby has said, just tell me when and how much.
Okay.
I'll get my cousin on it since I passed over the reins to her, because I used to do the cruise planning and I kind of stopped doing it and doing this instead.
Is it Sonia?
No, not Sonia. My other cousin on my other side.
Well, you only got like 108 cousins.
That's because you guys live in the South. All you Southern people, you do that, don't you? You make your own cousins.
Ooh, that's me.
Actually, that cousin would do something like this. What, you share cousins?
What? Oh, Margo, tell me, because I know you were around and active then in '68. What is this?
What is it?
Hold on.
68.
And he's a Scottish man. March for MacArthur. March 68. I was only 11 years old in 68, Martha, so I wasn't politically astute yet.
I wasn't born yet. I wasn't born yet.
MacArthur died in the 50s, so I don't get it.
Who was MacArthur? Well, I know there was a General MacArthur, like during World War II. Did he run for something in 68? Maybe?
No, he was dead.
MacArthur was?
Yeah, he died in the 50s.
Oh, I don't know then. So Google
it's on Hall China, but I thought maybe you might have, because you are politically involved.
But I wasn't. But I wasn't in 1968.
No. But you are politically involved, and you got that way because your father was politically involved.
Yeah.
So I thought it might have been something that I just didn't know about.
I don't know. I don't know. I cannot tell you.
I can't find anything about it.
You Googled it?
Yes.
I still can't find anything. Who ran for office in 1968 by the name of MacArthur?
Who remembers 1968? We're all past that.
Well, 69 was the year of Woodstock.
Lots of stuff happened since then.
I would have thought that would be a slogan. And so, Googling that slogan
would bring up something.
Right. And that march in 1932, yes, Bree, there was a march in 1932 in like MacArthur Park or something like that ended in, trouble, injuries.
Is that what that song MacArthur Park is about? Was some type of a protest or something?
I don't know, but maybe I should look that song up. Maybe that will lead to something.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm at a dead end, and I bought 4 of these mugs. They're Irish coffee mugs. But
is there anybody on YouTube older than me you could ask?
Margo, I don't know anybody older than
Hey, no. Hey, it's starting to kind of really the realization of it is kind of starting to come to me now. So I forget how old I am. Oh, well.
That's because people of our age when we were young did not act like we do now. They didn't act like us. They didn't dress like us.
Get back on here. Get back on there.
Totally different.
You slipped. Get back on there. I got to get my nails done this week, too. I was having a hard time today with the needle and thread because my nails are too freaking long.
Ooh.
Thank you, Dan Grace. She says the mug goes for about $12 on eBay.
But does it say who it is?
No, because I think I looked on eBay and all I got was just, here it is. It's here's the mug, Hall China.
Interesting. So you would think since Hall China did it, it had to be somebody significant.
You would think so.
Think. Yeah. I would think.
I don't know. Maybe my mother-in-law will know. When I see her next, I'll ask her.
How old is she?
She was born in like, no.
She's your age.
She's in her 80s.
Okay. Well, then she might know. She would have been more politically inclined maybe in those days.
The problem is remembering.
Born in 60.
I hope this
doesn't get a good memory.
I hope this doesn't show up weird underneath there.
These long glue sticks are fun.
Man, I'm getting glue all over the place. What kind of glue sticks?
The
that's
long.
Ooh. Somebody else is messaging me. Who is
You
that?
don't like long glue sticks?
She says, ooh.
Nope. There's a MacArthur Park in Los Angeles, which I would expect was probably the emphasis for the song, or
Probably. Who did that song?
Wait, MacArthur Park. No, wait. I'm thinking about the one in New York where all the heroin addicts lived.
Oh, I didn't know about that either. I was never a heroin addict. Let me, never a heroin addict.
It was an Al Pacino movie. Oh, damn it. My GI doctor looks like Al Pacino.
Really?
Does that make it easier? Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get
you should tell him. Could you say it one time?
I'm just afraid he'll come in there for the colonoscopy and go,
oh no.
Say hello to my little friend.
Or who I
don't want either one. Oh
no. Okay, I'm gonna have to get another toothpick there soon.
Margo, you still hit that blunt asking for a friend.
What?
Margo, do you still hit that blunt asking for a friend?
Who said that? Margo, do you still
care?
Yeah. Sometimes, but I'm I'm not out of that right now. I actually prefer my gummies. I actually prefer the gummies.
And KP got it right. She said Panic in Needle Park.
Panic in where?
Needle Park.
Park.
It's a really sad movie because he meets this. He's an addict, and he meets this really nice girl, and he turns her into a drug addict.
Oh, shame on him.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on him. It's just a shame to see what young people do with drugs these days that we know too much about. And there's so much information that there are actually safe ways to experiment if you want to. But man, kids just go out and do some stuff these days. It is so scary and dangerous. No, thank you. I like to hit my little blunt from time to time, but that's it. And of course, my scatterbrain.
I'll tell you, the meth epidemic in this country is unbelievable.
It is in other countries too.
We learn.
Yeah. I'm going to have to move this over. My cord's not going to reach. All right, come here.
Let's see.
I sure wish I'd get a trick-or-treater, but I probably won't get any again. I still put stuff out there, though, just in case, to lure them.
To lure them. It sounds like she's trying to kidnap someone.
The Hansel and Gretel mode,
Meat could start getting scarce and expensive.
To lure them.
To lure them. I want them to come visit me and say trick or treat.
There was probably an easier way to do this, but
My grandson was Marty McFly for Halloween.
Aww.
So he was skateboarding to all the neighbors' house to get his candy.
Aww. How cute is that?
And the fact that he knows those old movies.
Marty McFly.
I saw one from the skit from what's his name? Saturday Night Live. Stewart. Y'all know Stewart? Do y'all know Stewart?
We're OG Saturday Night Live.
We're OG?
Yeah, Saturday Night Live. Bill Murray, Chevy Chase.
Oh.
Dan Aykroyd, Gilda Radner, Lorraine Newman.
Oh, yeah, Jane Curtin.
Mm-hmm. This is older
in the old days.
Thank you, Grace, Dana Grace.
I like what's that guy's name? John Lovitz. I always liked
Landon
him.
did say
Get
nobody
to
would
know
know it.
me.
I like John Lovitz when he played in that movie. What is it, Little Nicky? And he's the peeping Tom that's sitting up in the tree watching that lady every night.
Yes, back in Saturday Night. Stuart, so y'all do know Stuart? I saw a little skit on, I think it was his Instagram, or I don't know if it was on one of those other things, but the wife and husband dressed up as Stuart and Mom, and she's sending him to the door. I sent that to my son because, that was something he would do. I told him, y'all need to dress up as Stuart. This should be your next Halloween costume. He's like, nobody knows Stuart anymore. But it was funny, grown man. Look what I can do. Look what I can do.
That video
that one.
of Landon dancing at the gas station and singing was
I was
fabulous.
surprised.
It was really good.
He was starting to, I guess his kids are starting to loosen him back up.
That's not going to do. Oh, I know.
Yes, if it's not one thing, it's another. As my great aunt Josephine used to say.
Well, see, I remember too, even before Saturday Night Live was Ronan Martin's Laughing. Do you remember them?
Yes.
Ruth
Buzzy. The long, crazy, curly hair lady. Is that her?
Oh, you're thinking of Lily Tomlin, maybe.
Where Goldie Hawn started.
Yep. Goldie Hawn, Ruth Buzzy, Lily Tomlin, Henry Gibson.
Yeah, and the guy that played very interesting, but stupid.
That was Artie. What was his name?
Shaw.
Johnson.
Shaw, that's the same.
Artie Johnson.
Johnson. There you go. Uh-huh. They've got great. You can get Rowan and Martin on YouTube. You can get Laugh In. Oh, and the Smothers Brothers.
Yeah, I remember them.
They were hilarious.
All right.
Are you done with yours, Martha?
Well, are you guys done with yours already?
I am, because I wasn't having to talk. I was working.
I'm not done yet, but I could be probably in about 15 minutes, I think.
Me too. This was a quickie. I have no experience.
What they
I'm glad that I started mine earlier. Freaking hot glue. One of these days I'm going to master this shit. Maybe. Well, how come that's all funky? Get on there.
So are you using the eyelash glue, Margo?
No, I'm using hot glue.
That's what I used.
Hot glue. Well, I also used some fabric glue on some of it, but it wasn't drying fast enough. So I went back to the hot glue. At least for now, I can go back to places, and touch them up later. But I'm at the end of this one area here, and it's being really stubborn on me. Come on.
Oh, Bree says she sat next to Dick Smothers on a plane, and he was so nice to her.
I'll bet he was.
But of course, Tommy was my favorite. So,
what the frig? I'm gonna have to paint that.
I used that fabric glue when we did those elves with Beth, and it was a mess.
It doesn't
be better.
It doesn't stick fast enough.
Yeah, that's why you have to use.
It got gummy and started because we were using felt, and so little felt hairs got all over the end of my bottle opener. The spigot, whatever you want to call it. Oh yeah, Flip Wilson.
Flip Wilson.
Geraldine. And the devil made me do it.
Okay. I hear you, Squatter.
Yeah, Tommy was Mom's favorite. He always said so.
Hang on. Now stick up there. stick down
I mean,
here.
there was so many good shows back then. And like at Christmas, they had the best Christmas variety shows.
I agree. The stuff these days just doesn't even compare to what we were watching back then. The variety that they were giving us.
I have to watch the Christmas variety shows on YouTube at Christmas because there's just not any good ones.
Yeah. Christmas variety.
Dean Martin, the Dean Martin show.
Yeah. With the gold diggers.
Uh-huh. The Carol Burnett show.
Yeah. Okay, where is?
Yes, Bree. The Bing Crosby shows with his family, Catherine and all the kids, his wife, Catherine. Yeah.
I still like watching the old movies too, like White Christmas.
Saved on my computer.
Okay, you're going to tell us which one's y'all's favorite. I'm going to be 1. Margo's going to be 2. And
I'm not done.
I know.
I'm not
and
done
Margo
yet.
will be 3. So you're going to put y'all's numbers in.
Is anybody in the chat crafting one along with us?
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Marilyn.
Hello, Marilyn.
Hi, Marilyn.
Did I bring that out?
Did you see what Fat Birds did?
What did
old paintings for Halloween? Did not. If they turned them into witches and vampires, Miss Tammy's been doing that for years. Hee Haw, Lawrence
so
Welk,
much glue.
Candid Camera.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Candid Camera, yeah.
I
love those. I love those joke ones where they're spooking people. Those are my favorite. I do that to my grandkids.
Have y'all seen what is their name? The liars. The 3 guys who they grew up together up in New York, and they have the YouTube channel, and they do all kinds of pranks on each other. Oh, it's hilarious. It's like watching Candid Camera because they'll mic them and they'll make the guy go out and one of their friends go out and do something, but he can't laugh and he can't break character. He has to do these stupid things to unsuspecting people on the street. It's hilarious.
Oh. I would be afraid of strangers.
Kind of like the Jackass guys a little bit, something.
Well, none of the Jackass guys would do it to themselves, though, wouldn't they?
But it's like that. But they're not that kind of stuff. They're like one time they hired somebody to hand out the name badges to a convention. Wasn't a real convention. And then each guy had to see how many times he could come in with a costume on and ask for his name badge before the people would recognize that it was the same guy.
Hello, Apple.
Hi, Renee.
Hi,
and
Renee.
yes,
hi, Bridget.
It does count. You can pretend. I want to see it when you're done, though.
I got to do now. If I do,
she's already made hers 8 times. Much like Tammy, who has taken hers apart and remade it several times.
This particular one.
Did it again. Damn glue.
Did it bite you?
It's still hot, Margo, surprisingly.
It's all over my fingers. Yeah. Oh, it didn't stick. Damn it. After all that, I got to get it back in there.
Was that the sizzle of your fingers?
Right?
Now sit in there good.
Well, apparently me and Martha are done with ours. We're waiting for
I'm
her.
almost done. If this
gonna,
part sticks and doesn't burn me again, then I think that I'm done.
Then I want you to move your head off camera, put it on, and we'll come back.
Okay. Let me be sure it's gonna. Let me let this one piece of hot
I don't know if I'll
dry.
have mine on right if I
yeah,
don't.
because
I gotta be sure that's gonna dry.
Margo's hot glue will still be hot, and it'll be glued to her head.
It'll glue to her hair.
It might. So give it a minute. Let that dry.
We all know Margo's gonna win, but
right.
I want to see what you guys made. Well, because you were talking about like
well, you could make a
Kentucky Derby
fascinator.
stuff.
Yes, you
so I was kind of playing with that idea along with my dark side.
Along with your dark side. That's the interesting part, y'all.
Yes, yes.
Her dark side.
Now, look, did you glue squatter to your hat? Because that's not nice.
There's more I could do with this, but I think I've got it enough. So all right. I'm
gonna
go
keep doing whatever you gotta do.
I'm gonna go in the other room and put it on.
Are you ready? Are y'all ready?
Are you guys done? Are you putting them on?
I'm not putting it on,
walk
but
off the camera. You tell us when you're ready.
Okay, I'm gonna go in the other room and put mine on.
She's got to go to the other room to do it.
She's gonna look like Carmen Miranda at Halloween. A giant fruit basket of moldy bananas and oranges on her head.
Okay, I'm going off screen too.
Okay, me too.
We're still here though.
We're here.
I got to get me a camera so I can see.
Well, I'm using my camera as a
camera. I gotta make it hug me. Hug me. I need some loving. Let us know when you're coming back, Margo.
Almost.
I like that she can hear you all the way across her house.
I know, right? This could have been a little bit better. See, I would have already torn this apart after trying this on. I would have torn this apart like, this ain't working. Let's redo it.
Well, my daughter-in-law helped me design mine.
So
she's very creative.
So while we're waiting, y'all, what kind of dog does Dracula own? What kind of dog?
Oh, I know. A bloodhound.
Wait, a bloodhound.
Yes. See, Chrissy, you can hear me now.
All right, here I come. Do you have yours on?
Yes. Oh, look at her. Okay, ready? Ready, Martha?
Ready.
Aww.
You got crosses all over that thing?
Oh, yeah, little crucifixes. And a veil.
Look at the veil in the back. I like that.
And then I did all of these, like, you can't really see the detail. These appliques all underneath here, these floral appliques, like underneath there. It was supposed to
do a little bit ahead of time because she had to do a little bit of sewing.
Look at that spider, though. I love your spider, and Martha, I love your roses. Oh, I need
Martha,
that.
Is that the what is it called? The Living Dead or the
it's Day of the Dead.
It's
Day
like
of the Dead.
Dia de los Muertos. Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if Frida Kahlo died, you know.
See, this is what I was going for. Was something like this. That's what I was trying to go for.
Ooh, la la.
Tammy, I really like that.
I do too. I love that, Tammy.
Spider on the top. That's
right. I went looking for. I had everything already, and I was looking for a wider headband and a black one, but I just used what I had.
I love it.
And he's got beads on him.
See, I would wear him. I would absolutely wear him.
And I got a little veil.
I know. I really like the veil.
I like that a lot.
In the back, like a riding habit kind of.
Turn around, Margo. Let me see your veil.
It's a broom riding habit.
Oh, okay. Yes, I like that. I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah, I didn't want one that long, but it's what I ended up with.
So are y'all going for a broom ride later?
Yeah, we should all go jump off of our roofs.
I'd have to dust the Hoover.
Hello,
off
Mary
first.
Beth.
Oh,
I like
Martha's
that.
the corpse bride. Yep. KP.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Corpse bride. Uh-huh. They're all fun. They're all
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I like it. I can keep it and wear it.
Yeah, I can make some of these next year for Halloween.
I think you
there you
should. Then you
go.
could sell those.
And they'll probably even be better because, I had a quick practice.
No owls were used in the making of this video. Nope, they weren't.
Oh, I'll make an owl next time.
Spiders. Oh yeah, we'll have to have owls next year.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Owls and
I'm a black
mushrooms.
widow spider. There you go. That's a good one. Do couple hats, add the hubbies.
Let's see if those are hanging right.
Yeah, that would be funny. What would David, and
Brad
come up with?
No.
David would just put a wig on his head.
No.
David would have a hat attached to a wig.
And I could see G just putting a helmet on, like a biker's helmet.
I can tell you exactly what G would have. He would have a ponytail attached to his baseball cap.
He misses that ponytail.
He does.
I don't know what Brad would do. He'd put on his little derby hat, and that would be it. That would be it.
Martha, get close. Somebody take a screenshot. Get close and smile, you guys.
Hold on, I'm gonna get right here. Hold on.
She's talking and she's like, right here, right here.
Yes, Christy. I know. I got it on Temu.
I got it.
Send it to us.
How fun. Such fun.
If y'all didn't see me last night, I showed up at Scott's show last night. Let me show you. He said, come in costume. Come on, pictures.
Oh, so did you wear your Jessica Rabbit?
Jessica Rabbit?
Yeah.
What's that?
All the cleavage and the red wig. Oh, look, I love Scott's color.
Yes.
Look,
oh my gosh,
like
how funny.
Look at you, Tam.
Oh, how cute. That's too
that
cute.
reminds me of somebody.
That was our Jessica
like
last
somebody.
That's cute. That's
really I thought you're in
cute.
the chat and you're texting me. Or maybe she screenshotted. So that was a quick throw together. I was Miss Ledoux last night. And David goes, okay, you said you do. I said, you got to catch Miss Ledoux.
See, this could be the new funeral hat. This is the hat you wear to the funeral to keep all the vampires away.
One of those.
Mm-hmm.
I've even got leftover flowers.
Oh, Scotland sent me the picture of us.
The screenshot.
Christy sent me the picture of us too.
Oh, I got a text from Christy too.
And I did a screenshot on my phone. We have got plenty of pictures. It's great. Now, Tammy, if anybody made a hat and wants to post it, or they took screenshots of us, what hashtag would they use?
Yeah, let's see. Let's come up with a hashtag. If y'all make a hat and do this, and we'll post ours. Y'all need to post y'all's. Let's do that. Let's figure that out. I messed up my live stream here, What do we call it? What? Bewitching headpieces? What do we call
That's
it?
Good. That would be good.
Sure.
God, I love the spider. You made that out of pipe cleaners, Tammy?
Bewitching crafts or something.
God, I love that.
We just want to make sure it's not something someone else has. So.
Oh, okay. Let me check that real quick. That's another thing. Let's see if I do a hashtag. Did you come up with some games?
The top of my hat, like this, or you want me to take it off?
Oh, yours is. Oh, okay. I thought it was one of those loops.
No, it's a
headband.
Headband
too. See, I was looking for a wide one like that. Okay.
Hashtag bitchin' witches. KP says bitchin' witches.
Let me see if that's not taken.
Bitchin' witches have got to be taken.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. Somebody would have came up with that.
Or we could be witching bitches. So.
Yes, that is. There's already less than 100 posts, but there is.
Well, what about witching bitches?
Okay, let's see.
Are you sure you're spelling it right?
I copied hers.
Okay.
Yeah, that is always a. Always check my spelling.
Yeah, and then you got to check me checking her spelling.
You could always put bitches witching.
Bitches.
Reverse it.
Yeah, that's what she just said.
Witchin' bitchins.
That is there. It's fewer than 100. Let's see. Okay, wait. I don't see nothing here. Witches, bitch.
Witchin'
now
bitches.
I can't see what I typed in and see if I typed it right.
I can't check because I'm using my phone.
Yeah, this one's not hanging right.
I don't see nothing under that one. Witches bitchin' with the I-N. Witches bitchin', like we're bitching about something.
Witches
like
bitchin'.
witches
with the E-S,
bitchin'. Okay.
I-N. So
I like that. We could use that for all of our Gab Fest.
Witches. Let me make sure I'm putting it in here right.
I want to write it down, man.
Man.
See what I'm
There's nothing under that, so we could use that.
What I'm gonna do is take some more of these and put them like on the top, I think. So I have a few left. Put it away till next year.
Witches bitchin'.
Witches bitchin'. Witchin' bitchin'. Witchin' bitches. Something.
There you go.
There you go. I like it.
Ooh, cute.
With the big W and, but I think when you hashtag it, the letters still come out small.
Yeah, they all come out the same.
Yeah. But yeah, it says fewer than 100, but there's nothing there on Instagram. So that's the hashtag. We'll use that. Woohoo!
There you go, peeps.
Well, we did it. We made hats.
You know, it's come to that time of the year where I'm going from bitching that my studio is hot to bitching that my studio is cold.
It's gotten so cold here in the evenings, and Brad usually likes the cold, but he's even griping lately how cold it is. Oh, what the frick is that on my? Oh,
yeah, Gary was so upset.
You're right, Dana.
Because it was so hot. And now he's like, I can't believe it's cold. I hate the cold. Of course, he works in it, so.
Yeah, I don't know how he handles that. What did I have here?
Now I just got to get in here and get my house cleaned up so I can put up some Christmas.
Yeah, got to take down the Halloween. I can leave the Christmas up until June, but you know the Halloween looks funny.
Hi, Dirt Roads Memories. Hello.
Hi, Geneva.
Y'all, I didn't even bring out my blow modes. I have a lot of blow modes. I didn't pull them out.
I have one large one. I had Brad go to the shed and get it out today so he could put it up on the front porch.
No, my Halloween stuff. I never put up my Halloween stuff. And I have witches hat, a bunch of witches hat that I usually hang from the ceiling. And I so almost started like, let me go get the witch's hat and let me hang them from here for this thing. And I'm like, I'm not doing all that work to take it down.
I was looking at Dee's. Dee did a video earlier of all of her Halloween decorations. I was like, I am so jealous. I am so jealous. It looks so good.
When it comes time to put them away.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm waiting for. We've been talking about moving, and I've been like, I don't want to pull all that out. We're fixing to move. We're fixing to move. But truth be told, we probably won't get to move until the end of next year because we're waiting for everything to drop.
And it will. Because
it is. You just got to watch the interest rates. While the prices on the homes are dropping, the interest rates are going up. That's what's killing home buyers right now. So,
well, you get the prices down pretty good, then you can kind of balance it out a little bit.
So we've been waiting on that.
Freaking hot glue.
But I won't move unless it fits me. I'm not doing it because I'm not moving again. I say.
I'd love to have a little bit bigger house. I think we need, I've got a 3-bedroom house, but I would like to have at least a 4-bedroom. And so Brad could have his own room. Right now, he has to leave here to go to his house to watch games and stuff because I don't even have a TV in my house.
I can't believe you don't own a TV. I got a TV here in my YouTube room.
No. I anything I want to watch, I watch on my laptop while I'm doing stuff, around the house. I just pull up my laptop. I've got Hulu, I've got Netflix, I've got Prime. My daughters have got some of those other things, Peacock and something else if I want to tap into their accounts. So, I can find plenty of stuff to entertain. And then there's always YouTube.
Right.
You can go see who's on.
Yep.
Watch there's also those special channels that you can go to that has these other things on it. That sounded dirty.
There's actually the people. I was thinking earlier, hi, Randy man. The ones that I like to go to, there's a guy that I like to watch. His name is Lamont at Large, and he goes to cemeteries all over the country and tells stories about all of these people in these different cemeteries. Most of the time they're like murder victims or something, and it evolved around some murder. Sometimes he's covered Lamont at Large, LAMONT.
I think I watch him. I think because Elderly Poodle, or was it KP? Elderly Poodle told me about that.
Okay. Yeah, I've been subscribed to him for a long time, so I watch him. And then there's also this gal named Caitlin Doty, and she's Ask a Mortician. I haven't seen anything from her for a while, though, so I was just thinking about her recently. I'm going to go ahead. I know I'm still subscribed to her, so I'm going to go check and see what she's been up to, if there's something that I've missed. I like her. And then I've got my ASMR videos I like at night when I go to bed. It drives Brad crazy, but I like ASMR.
Ask a mortician.
Ask a mortician.
I wonder how their mindset is after all that.
She's actually
over and over.
She's really into the new ways of doing everything. And she talks about some of it, but mostly her channel. Hi, Lisa. Thanks, Marilyn. Her channel, a lot of times she goes to places and talks about there's one about sinking some ship that sank out in the Great Lakes somewhere, historical events that killed a lot of people and how they handled it and such. But she also will talk a little bit about her views on it and such. And she's more into the natural thing now. She doesn't like the idea of cremation. The burial thing, she's okay with if you're doing the natural thing. Like if you're in these days, you can get caskets that are like straw. And so they decompose with you into the ground rather than trying to preserve you for eternity kind of thing. And then there's also a new method of cremation that's done hydraulically with water. It's done with water, where it does the same thing as fire basically and turns you to like an ash, but it's different in the sense that it doesn't put anything in the environment. So it's kind of interesting.
Imagine water to be ash. That
Are they
sounds like
are they like pressure
oxymoron.
washing you to pieces?
Probably. I don't know for sure, but it's
But
some
how
kind of
that turn to ash? It would.
yeah,
Maybe
it's some
they
kind of a
glue
big
you.
device that kind of looks like an iron
There
lung
you
or
go.
something like that they put you into. And I don't know. I guess
It's a
the
boiling
water
pressure
temperature
wash.
goes up
It's a
so high
pressure
or
cooker.
something. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I
Kara's
honestly
commercial for
don't
Martha
think
and
of-
Margo.
I don't
Please,
think of
thank you, Karen.
I don't. I just think I'm gone. It doesn't matter. I don't know. I'll be gone.
What I wanted to
I'll
do.
dream above you, watching you and scaring you in a different way.
Well, see, and that's what I've thought. The two things that I would prefer if
door,
we never make
behind
it
the door.
happen. The FBI's got that body farm. I think it's in Kentucky, where you can donate your body and they'll put it out in the elements, certain elements.
No,
and
there's
stuff.
one here in Texas, girl. There's one.
They have that in Texas?
Yes.
Yeah, the colleges have them.
Well, see, I would do that.
Baylor
I would do
or
that.
UT or something.
I would do that. Let them put me out there in the elements and study how I decompose in some type of an environment or something like that. Either that, or, I know in Reno, we have a medical school at the university. And so you can donate your body to the medical school and, let them dissect you. And I'd rather do that than any of the other. And then when they're done, whatever's remaining of you, then they usually cremate and then the family can have a service or something like that, or put you wherever they want in little jars or something.
Yeah, but they can keep you for a long time.
Okay.
So, no.
Fine. Let me just say, I feel weirded about that. Not, the ground, fine. Being cremated, I feel fine. But I feel weird about parting you out after you're cremated. What'd you get? A toe? My finger? My nose? I'm just like
parting you out after you're it is legal to do that. But no, see, I'm okay with the idea of so many people, if they want a piece of me here and there, or there's so many places that I like and like to visit. It's like, yeah, throw a handful of me here and a handful of me there. I'm okay with that.
Coming from
I know what piece I'm sending to my sister.
My ass, kiss it, baby. No,
Helen says there's a body farm at San Marcos, Texas.
Okay, see,
I think
so
there's
it's Texas
even one
State.
over here.
Texas State.
I think there's one even closer to us, Martha. I just saw it, and then David was telling me about it, and I was like, I just read about that. There's one closer to us, but
it's for the forensic classes, so they can learn to solve crimes.
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
That there's one closer to you that you just saw it or something. David had been telling you about it.
No, it's the parting you out. You don't like being parted out. You don't want to be parted out.
No.
But we all want a piece, Tam.
Oh, as a genealogy person, this is what, because I love doing the genealogy. I was real big into it. And since I started YouTube, I ain't been doing any of it. But I thinking about 5 generations down after I'm long gone, when they get it, one of them's bound to get into it. When they go looking for me, if you've been cremated and you have no place to search you, that's the only thing,
It's called death certificate in the state of Texas, county of Paris.
But see, if you're a genealogy, you like going to the cemeteries and hunting down the tombstone, That's another thing we did. Me and my sister would do. Now that she's back in the States, we'll get into doing that, soon. But that's something we would go visit cemeteries.
Right. And I enjoy going to cemeteries too. So that kind of gives me some second thought. Maybe not for me per se, but it's like my dad is in my curio cabinet over there. So, I mean, is it fair that I keep him in my curio cabinet, or someday he's going to need to go somewhere in case somebody's doing research so they could locate him? So,
So that's the same.
I want us to go to a cemetery at night, Tammy. Let's go do that.
I've been to a couple
next
at night.
Halloween. Let's do that for our Halloween show. We'll go live from a cemetery.
Then I might have to come out there and go with you.
Yeah, you make plans to come out, and we'll go
next October.
We'll go to some of the oldest cemeteries around here. You know what? Make plans in October. I mean,
because I haven't been into any in the South. I have not gone to any of the South cemeteries. I've been to some in the East. And when we're driving and stuff, once in a while, if we see one, we'll stop. That was something I wanted to do when we were in Europe. I really wanted to go to some of them. And I heard the ones in Romania, the old ones, are really fun to go to because they actually, the way that they will say things, of course, it's all in Romanian, so you've got to be able to translate it, but they don't mince any words about how that person died kind of thing. It's like right there on them. So I really wanted to go to some cemeteries while we were there, but we never had the opportunity.
Jackie, why are you going to be burned at the stakes? What did I miss? That tastes really good. What did I miss there?
We should plan that. We should plan that next October. For sure.
Let's do it.
We'll put on our witch outfits and we'll all go and we'll go to the cemetery with some incense and stuff.
But we're not doing a Ouija board.
I won't do the Ouija board, but we could do some incense, burn some good white sage or something like that. That'll keep it good and mellow. No Ouija. So we're not going to call it.
I was always also because I do this stuff. I'm a big firm believer. I love it. I love it. I love it when you put a picture on the tombstone.
Yes.
But they have a new thing out. New thing. Do I have a card in here? Do I have one of my cards?
Where y'all get my cards. It's like carved into some of the marble with pictures of people rather than
beautiful. But when you go by and see, you see the face along with the name. I do love that. But now you know what they have? I just started seeing this. The little, what is it called? The little square code. That's on my business
card. QR code.
QR code. They have those now for cemetery that you can get, and you can cement them on to a headstone, and it has a QR code, so you can put your phone to it, and it shows you whatever you put on it. It shows you a slideshow. It tells you about their life. How even better is that? So generations down the road can come back and see, the way I talked, the way I, acted, or, whatever, I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, then we got to put our YouTube channels on our QR.
I know. You see, Helen must be cremated and divided between her favorite YouTube chatters.
Absolutely.
Between my face. Oh, look at that. Helen wants to be divided up with all of her favorite YouTubers.
Oh, I like it.
How funny.
I don't know, Helen. I don't know.
She doesn't want to be cremated, but I just can't bring the idea of he died
being
first.
Cremated. I'm telling you, I don't have a problem with it.
She doesn't want to. And
who don't? Oh, gee.
Yeah. So I'm like,
I kind of don't like the idea of being burned, going into an oven. But then again, I'm not really keen on being put into a coffin and, maybe deteriorating for 100 years or whatever. Or that's not the word I want to use, deteriorating. What's the word I'm looking for? Decomposing. That one doesn't really throw me either.
I just want mine to say buried without jewelry. So they don't go looking.
So they don't dig you up. It might be fun to get dug up. God, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Okay.
We're going to have fun with Margo. We're not going to wait until you decompose. We're going to dig you up and play with your body.
What?
This is what she wanted.
Playing with their body.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I want to know how much property do you have to have in the state of Texas to be able to have your own family cemetery?
I don't know.
Look that up, so I know how much property to buy.
I know you can do it in Nevada too, but you have to have a certain amount, and there's some kind of regulations. But I've never researched any of that to find out.
And do you know you can carry your own body?
Family cemetery.
You can carry yourself. You can carry your own body, like from Houston to somewhere else in Texas. You can travel with your own body. You have that right to do that. The only thing, if you go across the county line, a state line, you have to have a permit.
What do you mean you can travel with your own body? Of course,
not travel, but you don't have to pay somebody to deliver it from Houston to Abilene, or
because they got a lot of guys in jail for that. Okay. Hey, it's my cousin Danny.
Across state lines.
He lied. My son, honestly, my son had been looking. I don't know how he's kind of tailed off for a little bit, but he was really strong wanting to start his own hearse company, his own body carrying company.
Oh yeah, transport kind of thing.
Yes, because the only people that do the transporting really is funeral homes and
the morgue, the
morgue.
county. Yeah.
I had a neighbor up in Trinity, and that's what he did. And it always grossed me out to see them come home unloading groceries out of the same spot that he carries bodies at. Just
I think it'd be hilarious. Y'all don't know my uncle, but he is hilarious, and he freaks out easily. And he's my uncle, but he's barely older than me, But we wanted him to be the driver, one of the drivers, and he just to hear him say, "No, I'll be driving, and that body's gonna pop up, and I'm gonna scream, and I'm gonna." Just the way he says it, his reaction. I was like, "That's exactly why we want you to be the driver, because we're gonna have a camera in there filming you the whole time, and every noise he hears, he's gonna freak out because he thinks that something's coming alive." So I think that would be hilarious. I want him to be the driver.
Karen says you can't bury in some states near homes because it eventually gets in the water. So that does make sense. That does.
Yeah, Louisiana went through that trouble. A couple of hurricanes back, the bodies were coming up.
Yeah, well water.
Oh yeah, we saw pictures of that. I'm like, I want to be there.
Oh, if you have well water, you can't do it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because it can contaminate your well water.
Well, we can't do it here then.
I get to bury my dogs in the yard.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Thank you, Connie.
I would like to have my own family cemetery because my family cemetery has been spoiled for me. So I would like to start one my own.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you sell your property, you have to sell everything but that little area.
Yeah. Interesting. But you don't plan when you do something like that. I mean, the last thing in your head is that you're going to sell your property. I mean, you build a family cemetery and you're like, this is it. This is what, and then you're going to
unless
make
your
sure
kids don't want it, they're going to sell all this crap. So they're not going to sell the family cemetery.
They don't want to keep your property where you're buried either. How many generations down did it have to stay forever in the generation? How's that, I want to go to Abilene. We don't have no plots here set yet in Texas. I mean, not Texas, in Houston, because both of my parents are from West Texas, from the same town. And both of my sets of grandparents are up there. So we have nobody started here. Now, if we talk about my exes, yeah, we got plots around. But me up my line, I have no plots here. So I told David, you can take me to my grandma's plot because, you can do what you want there. It's an old cemetery. You just got to pay somebody to come dig the hole and put it in. She has a squared out plot with empty spaces.
Apparently you can do that up by Austin too, because they give your plots away to anybody that comes up and claims them, even after you paid for them.
Really?
That was a scam kind of situation there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're friends with the guy who's running the funeral home, he'll steal your plot out from underneath you.
Wow. Happy Halloween, Proud American.
Happy Halloween,
Karen said she lived in a house and the original owners were buried in unmarked graves on the property. See, and what's to stop you? Well, I mean, you could do it with cremated remains. You could start your own little cemetery in your own backyard with cremated remains and put them down there, but you couldn't do full body burials.
Well, look, I live in an area where there was a lot of fighting during the Texas War of Independence. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many bodies may be in the ground around where we live. And cemeteries weren't always regulated. So who knows where there's bodies?
Yep. We're very close, even more so her, close to the Senya Monument.
Well, and remember in the movie Poltergeist where they supposedly moved the cemetery.
That's over here by us.
Yeah, they found out the bodies hadn't gotten moved. They just moved the stones, you know.
Yes,
so
that's over in Crosby. That's
there.
15 minutes. Ooh, we can go by there too when you come down in October. That's 15 minutes away from me. That's over where I go to the Walmart all the time.
I have a headstone out in my backyard that my father and a buddy of his stole out of a cemetery years ago when they'd been drinking. But it's a broken headstone and it lacks the name of the person, but I knew what cemetery it was stolen from. And I'm talking, they probably stole it like 60 years ago or something like that. So, and it had been in the business that we had in Reno, it had been in this closet in the business for years and years and years. So when I bought this property and moved out here, I brought it with me. And now it's out here in my backyard, propped up against a tree out there. Oh, look.
So you can't read the name on it?
There is no name on it. It's broken, but I was able to do some research and find out who it belonged to. But it's been years ago. Now I can't remember the guys. It's a man. There was this gal that worked for us for a while that professed to be a witch. And she's like, oh, this is a woman. She'd touch it and say, oh, this was a woman, blah, blah, blah. But when I did the research about 5 years ago, it came out that it was a man. And I was able to research it because I knew the cemetery it came from and I had the dates. The date of death, the date of birth, and all of that kind of stuff. Squatter, what are you doing?
Well, she had a 50-50 shot at it.
Yeah.
Well, she guessed wrong. I think his name was like McCloskey or something like that, or something like that. I don't remember for sure. She's not a witch.
Not a good one.
Hi, Kay.
So is anybody going to be watching Hocus Pocus tonight or already watched it today?
I like, you know which one I like?
Watch it every day, but
you watch it every day?
No,
I watch it. You know which one I like is Practical Magic. I like watching Practical Magic. Really
is that with
Nicole Kidman and
Sandra Bullock?
Oh, Sandra Bullock. Oh, that one. Okay.
No, you're thinking of the Witches of Eastwick.
Yeah, I haven't watched that in a long time either. I don't know. Now I'm kind of in a poltergeist kind of mood.
Yeah, but I hate seeing that guy be a bad guy on Practical Magic. The guy who
plays Jimmy Angelo.
Because
Jimmy Angelo.
He was,
or is it Angel Love? Jimmy Angelo.
Yeah, he was on ER. He played a really good character on ER.
Really? See, I didn't know that. I've never seen him in anything else. So
I'll be right back. I gotta go get my cork.
I like the detective though. I like Aidan Quinn. What are you doing?
Oh yes. You know,
I like Aidan Quinn.
He was a big 80s actor, and you don't see him in anything anymore.
I always thought he was cute.
Can we say rest in peace, Matthew Perry?
Oh, you know, and I didn't know him. I never watched any of the things that he was on. So yeah. And rest in peace, Robert Redmond.
Could you be any more uninformed? That was his big deal.
I never did. I never watched it. I know when they said Matthew Perry, I had to go see what he looked like just so I could.
Margo, you've got to start Friends from the first one because it will have you tinkling yourself. It is so funny.
I will then, because I'm always looking for something that I can binge watch. I get so bored.
And then you'll be sad that he's gone.
Yeah, so sad.
Yeah. But let us remember him for all the good things he did by coming out with his addictions and his alcoholism, trying to help other people and stuff. Because he said that's what he wanted to be remembered for, not for his acting, for his friends. So, but you know he was making $1 million an episode?
No shit.
Oh,
dang.
That's an insane amount of money.
I think we should all become actors or actresses.
Wouldn't it be fun if somebody would discover us on YouTube and say they would be perfect for blah, blah, blah movie?
Okay, no, not Tammy. She can't remember shit.
Yeah, how are you gonna? You won't be able to remember the script or read the cue cards.
Wouldn't work for me. I'll be that one just to push stuff over. No lines. So I'll never make $1 million.
If silent movies come back, Tammy, it'll be your medium.
Such fun. I don't know. I kind of like British comedy. If you ever get an opportunity, there's a series called and it's older now, but it's called Miranda, and it has the actress Miranda Hart. If you've never watched Miranda, oh my God, definitely watch it. You will just die laughing. She is so funny.
I found it because she played Chummy on Call the Midwife.
Yeah, my mother watches that, and I've never gotten into that. I should probably try to watch that.
I got my daughter into it, and she won't even watch Downton Abbey, but she
likes. Oh, I love
Downton
Abbey.
Are you watching Gilded Age?
No, I don't know that one.
Gilded Age is New York in the late 1800s with Astor and all them. It's written by Julian Fellows, the same guy that did Downton Abbey. And it's about the nouveau riche, the new money that came into, in when the industrialization and the steel magnets and stuff. It's about how they are rising up through the ranks. And it's got some really good people in it.
And into the social kind of thing.
Yes. It's and like, how they were,
when they go back and talk about in the movies that they've made about like Molly Brown, they talk about her being like nouveau riche when they discovered, what was it, gold or oil or whatever it was. It was gold they discovered, didn't she, her husband? And so then they get into the social thing, or they try to break into the social thing, but they're they have no etiquette. They have no social etiquette. So they're basically shunned, even though they've got all this money. All of the socialites are shunning them from all of their,
Well, these people on this one, they're educated. They're very educated, but they're new money. They don't have a pedigree going back, since the dawn of time, which none of these people did. It was the 1890s. America wasn't that old. You couldn't have taken them and took them over to Downton Abbey because look, the heiresses that married the aristocracy after the turn of the century to infuse money back into the aristocracy, they were looked down on too. The American princesses, they looked down on them too. The British did. So, but they thought they were.
That would be interesting. What's it called? The Golden Age?
The Gilded Age.
The Gilded Age. I'm gonna write that down.
You are talking about stuff I don't even know. Sounds like Beverly Hills.
It sounds interesting to me. That's one that I would probably enjoy because I go over to all these different channels that I have, and I filter through all this stuff looking for something to watch, and I'm like, I can't find anything.
Well, did you watch Downton Abbey?
Age of Innocence. I watched Downton Abbey. Yes, I loved Downton Abbey.
Cora was an English heiress that married Hugh Bonneville's character, Lord Grantham.
Right.
She came over from New York, and her mother was one of the New York rich. Because in Downton Abbey, they talked about the Teapot Dome scandal and stuff that went on. And so it's really good.
Patricia Wishing says, I have a pedigree. I won first place in the latest dog show. Yeah.
I haven't seen any of that. I watch more action shows or Bosch, stuff like that. Bosch, the billionaire.
No, see, I love historical things. And I'll
I do too. When especially,
I don't even know where to find
the Tudors. The Tudors is a really good series to watch if you haven't watched that one. It's older now though too, but the Tudors was good. I remember watching that.
The Tudors. It was about Henry VIII and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll watch all the way back to the Roman conquest of the British Isles. I even like that stuff. So
see, and there's so much of that.
I don't want a documentary. I want a story.
I like a story that goes with it too. I know. Sometimes you find something on some of these channels and you think it's going to be a story, and you get into it and it's a docu series.
The thing about Cleopatra on Netflix. I thought that
remember the Benny Hill
a series, and it wasn't. It was like a documentary.
I remember Benny Hill.
Yes.
I remember remember that vaguely, but because our parents would send us out of the room and we're always looking behind the corner, like, what are they watching?
My son saw their first boob on Betty Hill. Well, and I like Mr. Bean. My girls love Mr. Bean. To this day, they like Mr. Bean.
Yes. Yes, you gotta get wasted and watch Mr. Bean. It'd be hilarious.
You gotta get wasted.
Yeah, you watch Mr. Bean wasted, man, it just kills you. Good old 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that idea if you come down in October next year.
I like that idea too.
But I mean, that'd be good to film during that time, but do we have to wait that long? But
probably not. I mean, we'll probably
record it and post it later.
We're planning on.
We
are planning on taking a trip probably sometime in either February or March because we have this airfare. We have to make some kind of a decision by December 31st because we've got this airfare that we've got to book it by December 31st, and it's round trip for two anywhere in the lower 48, business class. And so what we're thinking about doing is flying to Tampa and then renting a car in Tampa because we haven't hit that East Coast area up to like North Carolina where we could go see Dana Grace. I've never been to South Carolina. I've got a friend up there. I'd love to go visit and see that area.
Dana Grace, I was in North Carolina. Why didn't you tell me?
I've never been to North Carolina.
She didn't want to see you, Tammy.
Yeah, apparently you didn't want to see me.
So anyway, we're thinking about doing that probably sometime in March. And because once we fly, we'll just have to set our to date and our departure date or coming home, our return date. And then the rest of the time we'll rent a car and we might stay out 3 or 4 weeks. Brad and I are known to get on the road. And that trip we did up to New Brunswick, we were out 7 weeks on that one. So, and
how
even
do
when
you
we
not
did that,
fill up your car.
we did. We sent a whole shitload of stuff home and then filled it up again.
I mean, I thought I was going to have to send stuff home with Tammy and Dave this last trip.
Mm-hmm. We did. We filled up the car, and then when we got
more full than yours.
Well, and we were going to send it home from West Virginia, and we boxed up. We spent 2 days in some town in West Virginia. I can't remember where. We went to Walmart. We got bubble wrap. We got boxes. We got tape. We did the whole bit, and we thought, I can't access pirate ship, but it can't be that much more expensive than pirate ship just to go ahead and send some of these boxes home. So
Off the road. Ooh.
There you go, Karen. So we boxed up about 4 boxes. We took them to the post office and they weighed them. And for 1 box, they wanted $80 to ship it home. We were like, oh, hell no. I know I can ship a box clear across the country this size for about $20. I do it all the freaking time. So then we went to the UPS to see if it was cheaper, and the UPS wasn't a whole lot cheaper. So we thought, okay, we put the boxes back in the car, and we thought, and we tried to go to the Staples so that we could rent a computer at Staples and access my pirate ship account and print out labels from Staples. Guess what? You can't. Staples has it blocked, so you cannot access pirate ship on Staples on their computers.
So you learn to take your computer with you next time you travel.
Because you know what? Then I could probably from the hotel, a lot of the hotels like the Best Westerns and such that we stay in have a business room. I could probably do it from there and be able to print the labels out. Karen says ship through great now.
Because they let you use the computers and they charge you printing per page and stuff.
Yeah.
So you
which is not the business. So what we ended up doing is we waited until we got back to Ohio to my daughter's house. And then we were able to access everything, from her house and print out my labels. And that $80 label that USPS wanted was like $26 through pirate ship. So it's a huge savings, you guys.
That's why we did through pirate, you guys.
Yeah.
When you really start thinking about the whole shipping thing.
Let me tell you, when I first started this, I remember I would have to drive to the post office, get a price rate, come back, email the person, tell them what the shipping rate was. And then when they say yay or nay, when they say yay, then I had to truck back up to the post office again to buy the shipping label to mail it off. That was a waste of time. And that's when I was like, this is BS. There's no way everybody's doing this. So that's when I started doing my research, and I started talking to other resellers. And
yeah, because there's been shipping places that you can do your home shipping since the 80s.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that because I was new to me.
I know, but I mean, I didn't do that stuff in the 80s, but I remember seeing the commercials, the why pay for postage at the post office when you can print out meter your own mail and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, it's just amazing. It's just amazing that pirate ship can actually get you those kind of deals. I even tell my mother when she's looking to ship something, I say, let me know when you're ready to ship something. I will bring the box home and weigh it, and take care of it for you through pirate ship, because it's just absolutely ridiculous the amount of money that
I do
USPS or UPS is charging.
Maybe this, Margo, maybe this should be your new job. Maybe you should be a caretaker. You and Brad.
I would love
you would love that. I could see you living in the corner of the cemetery.
I even thought about at one point, if I was going to decide to do another job, if I was ever going to go back to work, which at my age, knock on wood, I hope I don't have to. But if I was, I would like to go break into maybe the funeral industry or work in a cemetery or something like that. Would definitely.
I thought you were going to break into something. Yeah.
Break into. Take the money and run, baby. Let's start robbing banks.
No, robbing a cemetery. Hello, you're going to break into a funeral home and rob what? Take a leg and arm? Girl.
Karen's got to go, she says. Thanks for coming and hanging out, Karen.
Karen's got to go. Long day. Oh, Karen, you're going to miss something. What? You're going to miss something.
It's only 7:30 here. It's still early here. We've got to go to Reno tomorrow.
10:30 where she's at.
I gotta go. I'm freezing. I didn't bring my heater.
Freezing?
Yes.
Okay.
We need to get you a little heater.
I didn't bring it. It's in the bathroom. I use it to heat up my bathroom.
I can't believe you're freezing in Houston. What's the temperature there?
About
70
degrees.
49. Woo, woo.
No way.
49
Really? Really?
It was
no, it says it on my computer.
No, it was 44 when we started.
Oh, it says 49 on my computer. I'm warm.
Your computer's
I
wrong.
have just an oven on, and it's warming up the house.
I was going to say, she's asking what's a good scale to buy. I'm trying to see what mine says, and I can't see it.
I have two different ones. They're fine. They both work just as well.
I can't see what the name is on mine, but it's I ordered it on Amazon. I just did a search for like postage scales.
What is that called?
I've had this one for years.
I'll grab mine.
But what I don't like about it, if you're going to get one that has what's called a hold button. A hold button means that you can reach there and reach under the package and hit the hold button, and then you can take the package off and it will still display the weight. This
mine's
one, you take the package off, it goes back to 0. So
yeah, see, mine's got the hold on this. This is mine.
Oh, mine has a, I can't pull it here.
Yours has a separate piece with a cord.
Now, see, mine is a maximum up to 50 pounds, but I've never sent anything heavier than that.
Mine's maximum 200 pounds.
Mine only goes to 11 pounds, but I've never had anything heavier than that.
Oh, I have.
Pink Coke, you owe me a wine.
I have. Oh my God! Did you see the picture that I posted yesterday of all my boxes?
Margo,
and I still had two that I hadn't packed at that point. So, so I usually do my invoicing and stuff on Sundays, but because of the peddler's train, I waited until Monday to do all my packing stuff. I told Brad, and I could have started it night before last, Sunday night after the peddler's train. But I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go to bed and get a good night's sleep and wake up in the morning and take a shower and just start fresh. And so I think I started around 11 in the morning, and I was done last night about 10 or 11 o'clock. I did my probably 11 to 12 hours. So, but I had over 20 boxes. Did you see the picture I posted?
No, I'm going to go look. But y'all should go check out the Peddler's Train. I'm sure there's still stuff available.
Yeah, I've still got jewelry if y'all need any. So I'm
Oh yeah, and I've got
Happy
Christmas
Halloween.
jewelry and everything. Happy Halloween, Martha. Love you. I'm glad you got your volume.
Martha from Vintage Uprising, Texas. Goodbye.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe to Tammy at Vintage Conversation too. Bye.
Such fun. Bye, Martha. Oh, that's so funny. I know these crosses are starting to get to me, dangling in my face.
They slapping you in the eyes.
They're hitting me.
My nose.
Well, probably if I was going to do this again, I would figure out a way to maybe tack these more over to the side so they hung on, which I could still do. I could still bring these two over and tack them up so they're not just dangling in my face. I wasn't sure how this was going to turn out. It was the first time in playing with it.
I wish I would have wore this when I went and saw the girls. They would have loved it.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah, I absolutely love that one. You can send that one to me.
Oh, I did. I just thought of this. I brought my crazy eyes. I was going to put eyes on it, and I forgot.
Oh, you could have eyes all over it too.
Oh, yeah. Don't that look like babies or something? I forgot about that. They do that, don't they? I can still put eyeballs on here. I'm gonna put some eyeballs on. There's little beads on
I know
here.
there's still stuff. I went ahead and I wanted to, I think I'll do that with this. I think I will take and tack these over more on the side so they're not dangling in the face. And then I would like to do a little more of these, like these. I've got to still have some of these little embellishment things that I can put up here. Or
did you have all that already, Margo?
No, I got all this stuff. Hell no, I'm not a crafter. I don't keep shit like this on hand. Hell no. Look, see, and underneath, because that's how I was looking at on this thing. Oh, see, underneath, I put a bunch of those appliques all like underneath here.
Oh, I see. Okay, you couldn't tell that. Oh, that is pretty.
Yeah, it was really hard to tell. So I think that's what I'll do with some of this. Maybe finish them off and put them up on the top.
Martha left because she was cold. She's out for the night. She's out.
Yeah. See, I could do that right on the top like this too. Would be pretty.
Yeah.
But I think I will. I think I'll tack these over so they're like over here, so they're not just hanging, dangling in your face or something. I'll figure out.
So what do y'all think? Is Margo creative or not? She tries to say she's not. And I think she's.
I'm not a crafter.
Yes, I call BS. She is. She does floral stuff, and she does a fabulous job. Now I used
to do floral designing because I was in the wedding business. So I did bridal bouquets and arrangements and stuff, but I don't mess with that stuff anymore. It's been years. Look at my freaking hair.
You know, this is my background. I've made it solid.
I wondered about that. I thought I should have hung something behind me so that you can see on my light. See, I could turn that light off. No, that's that one. This one.
See, there. Helen's not a crafter, but she tries. That's all you got to do is try, and you'll be surprised.
Just put something together.
Try, and you'll be surprised.
Oh, well.
Yes, Margo is very creative. She just
I don't mind something like that. Is fun, and the snakes thing was kind of fun. There's some things that or when I did the snake thing. What did we do that for?
Was that with the apple, that pineapple?
Yes. What did I do? What was
that
the occasion to do
that? Button bouquet. I want to do the button bouquet again.
That's right. That's right. The button thing.
Thank you, KP. Yeah, the button bouquet thing it was fun. I have tons of buttons. I went over to my sewing room. I should be filming this kind of stuff over there. That's where all my crafts is and where my sewing room is, which is next door. It'd probably be cold over there. But I have tons of buttons. When I was digging for something, the eyeballs, I was looking for my eyeballs. I'm very organized over there. I just got to remember where I put it. But I found more buttons. See, Margo was trying to get me to buy some buttons at one of her sales. And I was like, girl, I'm button happy.
I'd like to have a little bigger house so that when I moved in here, of course, I just moved in here with my daughter and then she moved out and it was just me, and 3 bedrooms is plenty. I've got my room. I took her room and turned it into the office, and then I had my guest room. But when I started doing reselling, that's taken over my house. And now I have a man that lives with me too, and that takes over my house.
Who lives with you?
A man.
Oh, a man. You poor thing. Yes, you should. My living room has one corner. One corner of my living room has stuff that I still have to haul, and then my toy room is covered with our last trip of the garage sale thing. But I'm going to show her this. This is all pipe cleaners. The body is all pipe cleaners that I flipped around, and I put some beads on here. This is strictly pipe cleaner, and I just glued some of this to the headband first, and then the body straight on there. And I just flipped the legs around the body. This is like several pipe cleaners together. I don't know how many I used. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe I think I look, I just did this and I can't remember. I think I folded it in half and half, like 3 times to make it kind of the width that I wanted. And this is 8 pipe cleaner legs. So this is 1 pipe cleaner per leg. Or you can make the legs shorter and wrap the body, 1 pipe cleaner around the body, and they'll be a little bit shorter. So I just put some little beads at each fold. This should have been black.
So when you made the body, how did you attach the legs? Did you glue the legs on with beads?
I took the pipe cleaner and I made the body, doing, multiple of them like this, just rolling them up. So it made it like this. And I just took the pipe cleaner and took the edge of it right here and folded it one time around, and then just made the bends.
And then you added the beads on down there and
throughout.
Okay. So did you see that idea somewhere, or did you come up with that all by yourself?
Girl, I need inspiration. I'm going to be creative. Y'all think I'm creative, but I need inspiration. I need an idea to see something. I'm like, I could do that, and then do it. That's how I work. Very rarely do I come up with stuff on my own, but it'd be my own.
Well, that's how I came up with this. I just did I can't remember what I was looking for originally. And you know what I was going to do originally? I was thinking about doing like a Christmas witch's hat, taking a witch hat, a regular pointy witch hat, and then putting flocked greenery and stuff with balls. I like balls.
You like balls. We know she likes balls, y'all. Pinterest. I used to live on Pinterest, y'all. I lived on Pinterest. If you go to my Pinterest, I have like 10,000 things pinned. Good night, KP. Thanks for coming and joining us.
I didn't get any trick-or-treaters. I've got my ghost out there. I've got a witch out there that's going, ooh, not one trick-or-treater. No.
I think adults should go trick-or-treating. We should go as adults. You know what? Before, after, we'll go trick-or-treating as adults. We can be we're going to plan this all right. We're going to film this whole thing.
That'll be fun. That'll be really fun. What day does Halloween run on? Well, if today's Tuesday, I've got a 2024 calendar. Let's see what this looks like.
I got my new calendar ready. Y'all, we're planning in advance. Y'all got to join us in a year from today.
When you got doctor's appointments and shit, you got to write all this stuff down. Let's see.
And so put that on your calendar so you don't make any plans.
August, September, October. Oh my God, I've got my eye appointment October 15th. See, I've already got one on here. So the 31st is a Thursday next year.
Next year? You already got an appointment for next year?
Yeah.
In October? Wow.
And Brad's got some in January. That's why I went ahead and bought the calendar, because
that's closer. But
when you're old, you got to write down all your doctor's appointments and everything. But I can always change that appointment. It's my annual eye exam.
And girl, if anything happens to you, we'll dig you up and take you with us anyways. Okay.
Come and get me.
Here. Anything happens, I'll just dig you up and take me with you.
And look into that thing. Find out about those body farms in Texas, because I don't know what it takes. I had a friend one time who said she'd already prearranged hers with the FBI body farm in Kentucky or something, and all you've got to do is like prepay for the transportation of your body or something. I'd love to know what the details are for that.
They want to play with your body. They should pay for everything. I'm sorry. You want me for life? For your life?
They're going to open up my body and they're going to say, okay, she's missing this. She's missing that. She's got metal here, metal there.
We got duped. Not everything's here.
It could be a puzzle. What's missing? Her eyes aren't any good anymore. Hey, I don't plan on going anywhere for a while, hopefully. So,
no, not until our plans are made. All of our adventures are done.
So we gotta do. See, so we're going sometime in February or March. We're going to go to the southeast. Whether we get over to, I don't know if we'll get to Texas on that trip, because we're going to have to go up to Ohio probably at some point on that.
Well, let me know if you go to Florida. Maybe I'll see if we can make arrangements. Now we do have
that would be fun.
In July, we're going to, I don't know where we're going. We're going to Mexico somewhere for my niece's wedding. We're doing that I think it's in July, June or July. I think it's July. So that, trip, I have to rearrange that and I'm meeting the gang at some other point too.
And there's no way Brad's going to the South in July, not with the humidity. There is no way. No way. Even that little bit when we were there. When were we there? March? Was it like in March sometime? And we headed down. Oh, when we met you at Canton, was that in March, February or March last year?
Was it in March?
And we went down to after you headed home, we went as far south as Huntsville. But we didn't go further south than that. And I liked Huntsville. We were
almost in Huntsville.
2 days. Well, it was like 80 degrees in Huntsville. And we were like, oh my God, this feels so good. We loved Huntsville, or liked the weather anyway. And then when we left Huntsville, we drove from Huntsville to Amarillo that night. And we got to Amarillo and it was cold and it was windy. So I was glad to get out of Amarillo. Then, of course, we head over to New Mexico from there. From Texas to New Mexico. Then we hit Arizona and then home, basically.
I went to New Mexico. Oh, okay. Yeah, New Mexico. Yeah.
We like New Mexico. We both like New Mexico.
You were here. I just passed our pictures. You were here in March. Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking for my picture with Karen so I can tell Dana Grace what town we were in, because we went and visited Karen and she's in North Carolina, and we went down to South Carolina and came home, started cutting it.
Yeah, Linda, I hope you don't have COVID, honey.
Just before, after.
Stay away from everybody.
After April, May, June. Okay, after my mom passed. Okay, let me see.
And that's what I was trying to remember. Had your mom passed away at that point when we were out there, or was it after we got home that she passed away?
No, it's after. So I met up with you in March. My mom passed away in April. And then in June or July, I met up with the gang, and then we traveled to North Carolina because I made a drop off for somebody with some major dishes and stuff. I was kind of happy about that because I didn't want to ship it because I was scared to death of that. Okay, here we are. Let's see.
I think we're going to have I keep looking around here, and we've got about 8 pieces of Empoli on our sideboard hutch, whatever you want to call it back here. I'm not big, I like this stuff, but it's not stuff I have to have, and I don't have room for it. So I think we're going to sell some of this Empoli.
Empoli? Look at this Empoli. Can you see all that up there?
Yeah.
And I got more to the side there.
I know I should walk you over here and see if you can, because I'm on my laptop. I got to carry it with me too. And the lights are not on in here.
We went to Eden. Eden. Is that how you say it? Eden? And went to Eden up in North Carolina, met Miss Karen, and then traveled down to South Carolina, and then I don't know what states we hit then.
There's
I'm
not
sure.
a lot of light in here, but see if you can see some of that.
Ooh. Oh, look at that. How many snifters do you have?
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of Empoli back there. And it's like purple, blue, amber, green. This is like a royal blue, and then another green. And then we've got this one. I've shown this one. It's a duck decanter. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. The duck decanter. Am I getting it?
Uh-huh. It don't show the true color, because when you're saying those colors, I was like, I don't see that at all. I see amber or orange or something.
I'm trying to see if you can see. Oh, do you see this set right here? This is all uranium. It glows like crazy. It's a big uranium decanter. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4. It only has the 5 glasses. But this is all stuff that I hang on to this because I think I'm, gonna want it. And then I don't know. I don't have any room for all that shit.
Right. I sell on Macari, eBay, and Vamp. Well, Vamp, it's called District now. District is a new platform that I ventured on. I am on Whatnot, but I haven't sold on Whatnot since the end of last year. But mostly I do this is how my routine is, y'all. I go shopping. I come home. I do a haul. I film my shop alongs. Then I do a haul video. And then I have to put my tags on everything. My blue stickers. I should have something near me with blue sticker. But blue stickers on everything because I inventory it. Then it goes on my shelf. Then like tomorrow, I haven't pulled anything for tomorrow's sale. So I go and pull stuff for my Wednesday sale. What don't sell in my Wednesday sale, I list on Macari. My whole inventory will be on Macari. I got over probably 2,000 items on Macari. But now I'm slowly also listing on Vamp, which is a new platform. Well, it's called District. District is you can get on it from the computer or on your phone. It's just like a Macari situation or an eBay situation. It's the same thing. But and I'm going to start my own stores. Ooh, look who woke up! I'm going to start my own store.
Woke up. I was never asleep.
Oh, you said you were taking a nap. Well, you got a pack of weenies there?
Yeah.
Well, I just do YouTube. I don't sell on eBay, although I've been thinking, Brad and I keep talking about we probably should do some on eBay, but I do just YouTube right now. Well, whatever. And and I do my live sales on Fridays at 4:00 Pacific. That's 7:00 East Coast, 6:00 Central. So I do every Friday on YouTube. Brad and I do a live sale, and we'll stay on 2 hours. We'll stay on 6 hours sometimes. It depends.
Yeah. They can sometimes do a marathon.
It depends on how we roll that night. If things are going.
You like this, Brad? Brad, you like me?
Look at her.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Isn't that cute? I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty
cool. I got a bug on my head.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's a good idea.
So if you're not subscribed to my channel, please, it's not under Margaret Gwen. It's Vintage PeepShow AGoGo. Please
Girl,
go subscribe to it. I'm just short of 500 subscribers after all these years. So,
Dana, I probably drove. If that's north of you, we drove down south. So I probably passed, near your town, if not through it. I am planning to do a Christmas. I don't know how to do my Christmas sale, so I'm thinking of doing some kind of marathon. Are you listening, Margo? Margo, do you hear me?
Wait, I'm coming. I'm just getting another Diet Coke.
But you do hear me, right?
Yes.
I'm planning on doing a Christmas kind of marathon, and I want to do it pretty quick, but I'm thinking about doing having different, I'm going to stay on for so many hours, and having guests come on with me for about an hour and a half, and then
that would be fun. That would be fun.
I'm thinking about doing something like that.
And,
what do y'all think?
You know what? I'll talk to you about it because I don't know what you want to call it, but Brad and I came up with a name. Don't say anything. That would be really, really fun for like a for like the peddler's train type of sale, or for this kind of thing too. It's not a Christmas name, but I think it would be one that's catchy and would be really fun. So I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, but I'll text you.
Okay.
Because it could be fun for that too. Yeah, I like that idea. You know, there's some other channels that do that kind of thing. But they're not people as a rule that I'm really, really affiliated with. So I never get invited. It's very rare I get invited to that stuff anyway, which is.
I always invite you, Margo.
You always do, but I'm always challenged when I've got to pre-record something and upload it. If I can come live, I like that.
You are our own private secret. Because once you go Margo, you don't go back. Once you go to PeepShow, you don't go back.
Gotta hang out. Yes. Linda says they had snow last night already.
That is cool. We don't get snow down here. Very, very rarely do we get snow over here. And when it is, it's about that big, about that much. It's all ice.
We get it.
It's like we get
it.
And David has talked about we need to come up there. And when I do come up there, I'm bringing my bag of coins because that belong to my mother, and I want Brad to help me learn about this stuff.
Hey, Tammy, I've got so much Christmas.
Oh my God! Look at these.
Look at these.
We've got.
I would put those on my tree. My tree is completely.
I know.
I don't have the type of lights that would support this. I could probably find them, but.
Those are light. I thought that was an ornament. But those are lights.
They're bulbs.
They're bulbs, but they are ornaments.
I'm trying to get it to focus better. You can see there's a Santa face.
I picked up 20 different ones. I picked up 20 different ones at a sale here a while back.
That one's
he's
plastic.
A snowman.
Oh, no, he's not. Yeah, look at him.
I would be surprised if that was plastic.
Look, here's Santa Claus. Very cool, huh?
So
y'all find the coolest things. Y'all do find the coolest things.
Yeah, I told Brad the other day, I think that we need to take all of the other bins of stuff out of the house and just bring in nothing but Christmas. Halloween is over.
That's what I'm thinking of doing.
Straight into Christmas.
I've probably got 6 or 8 bins just at Christmas.
Wow. Okay, you're going to be in my Christmas sale.
Oh, absolutely. And I like the idea of doing it live rather than doing like a pre-recorded thing, being able to.
I'm going to do this one live. And I think I'm going to do a peddler's train like maybe every other month. David says I stressed out over it. I'm like, no, it's fine. Just because I told you what was going on doesn't make me stressing. I'm just telling you what's going on.
Well, I started thinking about, when I went to upload the video, we made the video. And of course, I didn't realize that Philip had dropped out because he wasn't well. So I think Philip was sending people over to my channel.
Last minute, though. Yeah,
I thought there's no way I'm going to go in and try to edit that or re-record this thing. I'm just leaving it as is. But the night that I went to upload it, I was in my bedroom and I had plugged my phone into my computer to charge my phone. And I'm wondering if that's part of the reason the upload took so dang long, is for some reason maybe going through my laptop. Was it picking up the house Wi-Fi instead of going through the phone? Because usually when I upload a video on my phone, it's like boom, boom. So it didn't make any sense. And it took me like, oh my God, what did it take me? Almost 20 hours to upload that thing.
It did that to Benny too. That's why he was late on the train. He didn't get derailed. He was just late. That's why you don't wait to the last minute to do a pre-recorded when you're doing a group sale like that. You got to do it a couple of days in advance, Yeah,
that's what I did. That's why I was afraid if there was a glitch, and I would at least have enough time. And then I saw, the lady that came on after me,
the traveling crafter.
Yeah, what is her name?
Angela.
Was it her? One of them did it live, either her or the one after her, or Lucinda.
She did a premiere. And I don't, I've heard other people say, don't do a premiere. There's nothing wrong with the premiere. The only problem is that you guys over there in the chat can't zoom through it. That's the only bad thing about a premiere. You actually watch it.
See, I wondered what that meant when it said, because it gives you the option of showing it as a premiere. And I thought, well, because I didn't know what that meant, but I kind of like that, because then there are people in the actual chat.
Yeah.
And you can go into that and
you
chat.
go in as chat and chat with them.
Okay.
And when I did that, a lot of people thought she was live. They were saying, "Oh, I caught you live," and I was like, "Hee, she's premiere."
Got it. Because
it's
I
a
actually
video,
thought about
but you're live in the chat.
I even told Brad, I said, worst case scenario. I know those. Dana Grace says, Margo, I like those bulbs.
Me too, Dana Grace.
Because I thought worst case scenario, if this video gets to 99% and won't upload that last 1% and it gets weird like this, I'm just going to go live. I'll just put the thing up there and I'll schedule it as live and I'll just go live for 30 minutes and then pass on it. If it got to that
and I don't know what the big deal is, why people say that was so, I think Scott, if he does it again, he's going to do a premiere. I'm fine with the premieres because you only recorded your video for this amount of time. You need to end in 30 minutes. You start on your regular time, you end, because you only stay in the chat when your video goes live and it stops, so you're done. But
and it's kind of fun that you can be in there in the chat while it's premiering and be able to, have the conversation in the chat with everybody who's watching it. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, I hadn't toyed with that.
And you get to pay more attention to the chat than as if you were live. Because just like now, you guys, we're live right now, and I miss parts of the chat talking and doing when we were doing our craft. So I missed parts of the chat, so what's being said. But yeah, I know George, though, he does a lot of premieres. Yes, he does. So I'm fine with y'all doing premieres when we do the Peddler's Train, when we do it. I'm thinking about starting to doing that like every other month. David's like, he thought it was over and done with. I said, no, I'm thinking about doing it again.
I kind of think, but the premiere thing is nice so you can be in there. But then again, I like the idea of being able to record it and then I don't have to be home. I don't have to be home when it releases. I can be out doing other things.
The premiere, you really want to be in there. Yeah.
So I kind of like that too. Anyway, you can answer any questions too. Exactly, Dana Grace. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, and David, I don't know. David had this issue. Somebody claimed an item. I didn't see the item. I did not know she claimed an item until she emailed me her information. I got letter G, and here's my information. Her, name, YouTube name, and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm like, I told David, you didn't tell me this was sold. And he goes, well, it didn't so. I said, go look at the chat. She said, I got a message, an email saying she got this. Let's make sure, that it's in the chat. He goes, I don't see her comment anywhere. I go look, I don't see her comment anywhere. So I messaged her. I just want to verify. You said letter G and it was this item. And she goes, yes. I said, I don't see your comment. Could you go back to the video and make sure you put letter G in there so everybody will know that was sold? And she goes, I went back and looked and my comment's there. And I'm telling David, I still don't see it. I still don't see it. He don't see it. I went and signed in under another YouTube name of mine and I still didn't see it. So we started investigating in his YouTube. Well, there was 2 people that were held back for review. I don't know where that's at.
What does that mean? Where does that come from?
It's like as if they put in a bad word or something. So it's held back for you to approve it, to click it, to go on. But I don't know. It took us a little bit of, digging, clicking here and there to find that. So I was like, you need to figure that out. We need to find that where nobody gets reviewed, that it just gets in there. And if we see something ugly, we'll delete it then, but not before then, especially with something like this, So this one lady claimed we saw 2 people, not only hers, we happened to find somebody else who didn't have to send me their information because she's bought from us before. So she wasn't in the chat. So nobody saw that this item was claimed and then another person claimed it. So that was a pickle.
Yeah, see, I had a pickle in that. I had one that came up for one of the numbers and it was but the name that came up was user blah, 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 blah that I'd never seen before. So I'm like, on the reply, I'm like, okay, yeah, perfect. Send me your information to margaretglenn@att.net. And I didn't see anything and didn't see anything. And so I went ahead and removed the comment thinking in case somebody else comes in that wants the item, I'm going to make it available. Well, I talked to somebody today and she asked me, she said, did you see that I wanted number blah, 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 the blue cobalt bottle. And I said, no, did you claim that in there? And she said, yeah. And I went back in. Well, it was her, but she was on a friend's tablet. So it came through, and it took me a while to correlate and put it all together who wanted it. So, and then I went up into, I was able to go back into my studio and put in the things that did sell, so somebody can check those before they claim them. And I also put in like a disclaimer that I will keep these things available, I think, until Thursday night at these prices. And then after Thursday night, it's no good anymore. So, you know, if it didn't sell and you're interested in it, you've got till Thursday night to claim it. Otherwise, we're going to put it back in our regular sale. So Dana Grace says, I've seen folks held for review in live chats when they didn't post anything remotely offensive. Yeah, that is where I've seen that happen too, Dana Grace.
District. You spelt it right, Willow. That's how you spell it. I am on District. I am starting my own platform as well. I'm going to do baby clothes, strictly all baby clothes. What was the other thing? Oh, toys. Textiles, like sheets. Oh, toys. Yes, toys was another one. I have the vintage toy box, baby clothes, and all textile stuff, whether it's sheets, fabrics, linens, you know, whatever, something like that. I'm going to do 3 different ones. That's all just going to be that. So it attracts that particular, you know, audience. That way, you know, it don't get lost in hard goods and stuff like that. But I'm going to do that with District. And it's pretty cool. I like how District is allowing me to do a store. And you can come sell in my store, basically. I'm an antique mall, and you can get a booth in my store. Basically, is what it's like. But it's strictly, hi, Leanne.
Yeah, I need to go check it out. So do you just go like to district.com? Is it .com?
Yes. Let me see.
Or send me the link.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Okay, just send me the link, then I can check it out.
Is it called district.com? I don't even know.
Did you shut off all the stuff outside and close the gate, babe?
Hello, Leanne. Leanne, crafty kitty vintage. Leanne could have done something like this, apparently, huh?
Yeah, she could. She's very crafty too. See, she's very crafty.
This is what I
got crafty, Leanne. I made a hat. Mine's so damn big and fluffy.
What did I call it? What did I say? Head dressings, head. I don't know what I called it now. I don't remember.
Yours is almost like a little pillbox.
What is that called again? That hat?
What, this hat?
Yeah. What is this style called? Frick, I thought you said there was a name for it.
No.
No?
I don't know.
And how did you find that hat? Originally,
I found the hat. It's just an inexpensive hat, and it came up in a package of 2. I found them on Amazon.
The style.
I don't know. What do you call that? With the crucifixes on it? Look.
It's not it's definitely bewitchy.
I didn't get my measurements quite right. I just kind of guessed every time.
That style of a hat with the veil in the back and those crucifix like that.
I don't know, like a funeral hat. I don't know, like a funeral hat. Keep away the vampires. See, it'll tie under your chin. I would like to. These are the ties that came with it. But if I was really going to do it right, I would remove these ties and put on a thicker, longer one, so you could tie almost like a Scarlett O'Hara type.
Scarlett O'Hara. That's what it looks like
that. Yeah.
Show on the back again for those who are just arriving. She has this long veil in the back.
It hangs out.
That's pretty cool.
Long veil. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a lacy veil, isn't it? It looks like there's lace.
Yeah, it's just a big. Well, I'll show you. Like a tulle veil with the lace on the edges.
Yeah. That's very fancy looking. Mine's just scary.
Well, it was cheap. I didn't want one this long, but the ones I found that were shorter were more money. So I just went ahead because it was a craft project. So I bought the cheap one. And then I debated about just doing some tulle, buying some wide pieces of tulle and making it with the tulle.
Yeah, that's what I have on here, just some tulle as my veil. This is what I had already in my shop.
And in the back, see, I was in a hurry to finish it because I was going to take a little piece of tulle and because I've got some black tulle too, and make a little black tulle bow to finish this part here and put that over here. Something like that.
See, I told you could have finished. We would have let you finish.
That's all right.
Do it now.
I already take that. No, I'm not plugging that damn glue gun back. You know, are you kidding me? It's going to get shit out of my hands tonight.
You're going to have to bring that and wear it next October.
Germany's very cool, Willow. We enjoyed Germany a lot when we went to Germany, and we didn't get to go to that many shops because we were on like a river cruise. So every day you sail at night, and then every day you're at a different port, and they get you up in the morning and they take you on all these tours. And a lot of times in the afternoon, they do give you time to yourself that you can explore a little bit. But for me, it was my first time out of the country or to Europe, actually. So I was a little bit intimidated to get out and try to explore. But we kept asking people about like antique stores and flea markets and things. And every antique store that we would find was closed. They would have signs in the window that they're open for like appointment only, call this number kind of thing. So we didn't get to visit a lot of those. And so this time we went back. That was in May that we did the Germany thing. And then we went in, when did we go? September. We went more into Eastern Europe, and we went to, we actually flew into Romania. And so we got to go to the only flea market we got to go to was actually in Transylvania, which was very cool, but we only had like an hour. We only had like an hour to shop at this flea market. So it didn't give us a lot of time to really go through it. I picked up a few things somewhere around here. I have like a.
How were their prices?
They're at most of these places, they're very willing to barter. And I did pick up some masks. They had talked to us on the way. We stayed in Brasov, which is up in the mountains in Transylvania. And then to go to Dracula's castle, it was about an hour ride on a bus, and they bussed us on. And
the real Dracula castle?
Yes.
The real Dracula?
All the way there. It's Bron Castle is what it is. So all the way there, they're giving us the stories and the history of the original Count Dracula and all of this, you know, and so it's all fictitious. Bram Stoker had made up almost all of it, but it's Vlad the Impaler is what the stories are based on, is Vlad the Impaler, and he did definitely impale people, but people would, because of all of the urban legends of spirits and all that kind of stuff, people would hang masks and stuff out on their fences and gates and stuff to deter all the bad juju. And so when we got up to the flea market before we went to the castle, we had about an hour in the flea market before they took us to the castle. And then afterwards we had dinner right here in that castle area. And so I did buy some masks. They all have like big long noses and stuff on them. They're wooden masks, and those are very cool. I sold one online, and then I'm keeping one for myself and I only brought back 3, and then I'm gifting one to probably my daughter. I hadn't decided yet, but I think
you put it online. Are you talking about live sale, or you sold online somewhere?
I sold it on a live sale. I sold it on a live sale. I brought back 3, and I showed one night and sold it like immediately. So, but the guy I had watched already. I had already YouTubed people at Bron Castle and the flea market at Bron Castle. So I knew about these masks. And so when we got to the flea market, and the video that I had watched of this guy at the flea market at Bron Castle had bought some of these masks from this vendor and bartered down on the price with him because he bought, 3 or 4 pieces. So I already knew when I found the vendor, I knew what vendor I wanted to look for. And it was the same guy I had seen in the video. And I knew that you could barter with this guy. So when he gave me the price, I talked him down about $20 less because I bought more items. But you've got to remember, Romanian, their currency, they call it lei, L-E-I. It's Romanian lei. And I cannot tell you the exchange rate on it because it's like almost like Mexican pesos, where it's hundreds of thousands compared to $1 kind of thing. So it's almost hard to calculate. Hello, Cindy. Isn't that a cute thing on her?
We did tonight. We did. She already took her hat off, and Martha already left with her hat. But these were we did a craft tonight. We didn't do a sale. We just did a party hat.
We did a craft.
Spooky party hat.
But Willow, there is lots of cool stuff over there to be had. And next time Brad and I go, well, I don't know if we probably would not go back to Romania. We started in Romania, and then we got on the ship in Constanta, which is right at the Black Sea, where the Danube meets the Black Sea. And then we traveled up there so we left from Romania and did Bulgaria, then Serbia, then Croatia, and then we ended up in Budapest, which is a beautiful, beautiful city.
I'm surprised you can remember all these names.
It's hard. I did get one bat. Yes, I did buy a bat in Transylvania. I have a bat. Brought back another bat.
Well,
from my bat
what better place other than Transylvania to buy a bat?
I bought a giraffe.
My son loves bats.
I bought a giraffe.
I should have had you give him one for me.
Let me grab my Dracula. I brought that.
Her Dracula bat.
My Dracula.
Hi, Shirley. Hello, hello. Glad to have you here. This is what we did today, Shirley. We were doing.
Hi, Shirley. So I also got this.
You were going to get bats. My son loves bats. He has a bat tattooed here. He has a bat tattoo here. The cop.
This was 350 lei, and I can't tell you what that comes out to. It's still got the price on the back, but you open up this little coffin. See, the top comes off, and Dracula's in the coffin.
You're not creepy at all. You are.
I brought this back, and I did. I bought this in Romania, in Transylvania, in Brasov. So
kind of fun.
I love this stuff.
Have you done a video of your curiosity cabinet that you have?
No, and one of these days I should. Well, first, what I got to do is get this house cleaned up, so that I can actually walk into my office where my cabinet of curiosities is and be able to access those things.
What? You can't reach it?
It's too many boxes and tubs and shit sitting around there. It's hard to get to. Happy Halloween. Is it Roylene?
Rolene. Hello, Rolene. Is Halloween over yet? Nope, not Halloween. It's not over yet.
8, 9, 10. It's only 8:16 here.
It's 10:16 here. 10:16. So you Eastern people, it is 11:16.
Ooh, you know what? I didn't even look at this. Look at the inside when you take the lid off of Dracula's coffin. Look at the inside. See, it's got the vessel. Isn't that cool?
That is cool. Is that carved? Is that a wooden box?
It's a resin. It's a resin. So I don't know how they do that, but this is not wood. It is a resin. But that's pretty cool with all the. I hadn't noticed that it had bats inside there.
That is very cool. My son would have. You said you bought a bat. You bought a bat?
Let me go get my bat.
Yeah. Let me see this bat.
Let me get the bat.
What time did Margo say it was at her house?
8:16.
Oh, so Rolene lives near you. She's in your time zone. And Connie is far eastern. So I'm central. So it's 10 here, 10:17. If you run across real bats, Margo, you need to let me know.
Do what?
If you run across real bats,
I only got 2, and I sent one to my daughter and brought this one home with me. They're like in lucite.
Oh, okay.
You see?
My son collects bats. He's big on bats. As a matter of fact, I told him tonight, he has an office right there as soon as you walk in his front door. I was telling the girls, it's always Halloween in Daddy's cave, isn't it? In his
Look at
office.
He's so neat because you can actually see. I wish I could get the detail of him up. You can see how furry he is in there.
Yeah,
I'm getting a lot of glare.
Just have a glare from your computer.
Yeah. He's very.
Sometimes
cool.
you have to tilt it a little bit to get the glare out.
Do it this way.
Tilt it. Yeah, there you go, like that. Something like that. Ooh, I see those little feeties.
Yeah, look at him. Isn't he cool?
That is cool.
Mm-hmm. I love my bats.
How many bats you got?
I don't know. You want to see another one?
You don't know how many you have? You have that many?
I have another real one. I have some fake ones, but I have one more that's a real one. I'll get him. He's very cool too. I'll show you.
If I wanted to sell in your store, does everything have to be antique? Okay, antique is 100 years old. Vintage is more than 20 years old. So yeah, like let's say if you're selling toys, if you come to my toy store to sell, it has to be I'm going to put a criteria that it has to be 80s and earlier for my toy store. Early 80s to 1900s, whatever you can find. Same with sheets. I'm all about vintage, yes. Antique, not necessarily, because I can't find antique around here necessarily. Not that much. But antique is 100 years old and vintage is 20 years, at least 20
I don't
years
believe
old.
the 20-year on the vintage thing. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you say vintage is? That's pretty cool. I like that setup.
I bought this in Fairborn, Ohio, when I was up visiting my daughter.
My son would love that.
There that he takes me to, and
I like have multiple of that. Was that multiple things, or that was just a one thing that they had?
No, they've got several, but this is the only one that was like this. They've got different things that the artist will take and display them in, and this is cool. This is like a.
Are they online? Is that online?
I don't know.
Do they have an online store?
No, I don't think so. And the name of the store, I have their card up here.
You're gonna have to send me that because I could Christmas shop for my son at that place.
Oh, hang on. I got their magnet up here. It's in Fairborn, Ohio. It's called The Secret Chamber.
Fairborn, Ohio, and they don't have a website?
I don't know that they have an online store. But you know what? You can, Google like taxidermy bats and find other artists. I'm sure that probably do this kind of thing and sell it online. But I keep forgetting to mention them because I also picked up embalming tools there too that I was able to find that I can't find anywhere.
And why do you need embalming tools, Missy?
Because they're fun.
Brad, can you hear me? Beware.
And you know who always wants to score my stuff, like my embalming tools and stuff, is Nate. Nate's always after that kind of stuff. If I have, he's like, when are you going to share your secret cabinet? I'm like, no, what? Bavaria. Yes, we did hit some of Bavaria on the first trip. And we actually, on the first trip we started in Prague. And we went down from Prague to Vienna, and we got on the ship in Vienna, and then we sailed up the Danube to where did we end up on that one? Amsterdam. And Amsterdam was fun too. And then we did a post cruise extension on that trip, and we went up to Bruges, up to Belgium, and I really liked Bruges. I'd go back to Bruges in a heartbeat. They had good chocolate there too, really, really good chocolate. Really, really good chocolate all over that part of the world. So anyway.
So Margo, do you have something else coming up or just your regular Friday shows?
My Friday sale. And then on the 16th, I'm doing a jewelry sale with Kristen D. Another chance to resell one on her channel, and I can't remember what time, but I'll get something posted on that. No, that's not that right calendar. About a week before, I'll start posting something about that, a promo. And when Sabrina gets back, she's gone out of town, I think. And when Sabrina gets back, I've invited her to come on my channel, and but we don't know when yet. So when she gets back,
you never invited me to your channel, witchy.
Would you like to come on my channel?
How many times have I invited you to my channel?
I need to apologize to everybody who invites me to their channels and stuff, because I'm really bad about doing that. And part of the reason that I don't, I think, is because I don't know how to make promos.
I try to teach you this stuff.
I know you did. You got me on my phone.
I'll make your promo for you.
All right. So yeah. So let's
me
on my channel. I'd love to have you on my channel. We just need to plan a date. I still have the InShot.
You still have what?
I have InShot. That InShot program. I'm just not good at. Part of my problem, I think, is I don't know. I always feel like I'm too busy to work on this shit. Let's say my grandparents came to the U.S. from Germany. So many superstitious. Germany is really cool. I enjoyed Germany a lot. And the places that we went to in Germany, the history doesn't stick with me as well as I wish it did. And the same thing when we went further east, like to Romania and up, all the history is very like medieval, lots of medieval stuff. We went to, I don't remember what town it was where we were in Germany, and we got to go to a torture museum. They actually have a torture museum. And it's just full of really, really
Did you
cool.
film that? Did you film that?
I didn't film it. No, I was really bad that time. I don't think I filmed anything, but I did have pictures. I'm pretty sure I posted some pictures. I still got pictures on my phone from that. Some of them I may have deleted, but anyway, they had things like, they would embarrass you. They had different masks that you would get punished if you had done something that you would have to wear around town, and they were all made of like really heavy metal and stuff that they had welded together. One of them, if you had been a glutton or something, you had to wear this big pig head all around town, and everybody knew that you were being punished for gluttony and various other kind of things. It was pretty severe. So what they did to people back in the day.
What did you say that you asked me if I saw that you posted? What did you post?
What, me?
You asked me, did I see your post? What a post?
Of my boxes on my community. I think I did it on my community tab.
On your community. Okay, on YouTube.
I had to mail out this week, or that I packaged, and I did all of that packaging and invoicing yesterday. Do you see it?
I'm going to it. I'm going to look. Vintage.
I think it's on my community tab.
What you called again? What's your name?
I'm not dead.
It's very hard to find. She was mixed in with all those PeepShow things.
How come when I go to my YouTube thing, it's bringing up LL Bean? Oh, that must be an ad. Get out of there. I don't want that. I want to go to my channel.
On your community page. Oh, woo, girl. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Like 20 boxes?
And I still was not done. I still had 2 more to go.
What size
are those boxes
on the bottom? What size are those boxes on the bottom?
What size? The biggest one I did, most of those are 12 by 12 by 12s. There is one down there that I did that's a 16 by 12 by 12.
Oh, wow. That person bought a lot. 16, 12 by 12.
You know what it's like having to bubble wrap that stuff. And I had some casualties last week too. I felt really, really bad. I had 2, and I went ahead. I've never done it before. You're the one who told me you file those claims online. And so I did file one claim.
You have to send pictures. They send you pictures. If something got damaged, have them send you pictures of the item and the box.
See the item, yeah, and that's the thing. She sent me pictures of, like, you can still see the item in the bubble wrap, but it's like dismembered almost. And the picture sizes were they can't be more than, what is it, 2 megabytes or something. It's not megabytes, whatever it is. But there was only one out of like 6 that was under that. And so I went ahead and submitted. Plus, they want proof of value, and I didn't know what to show for proof of value, so I took a picture of the PayPal.
Send your receipt. Proof of value is your receipt that you send them, what you charge them.
So like the PayPal, what I billed them for, that's what I did. I took a picture of the PayPal invoice that shows how much the item was, and I only sent the one picture, but I'm still communicating with this gal. She's like heartbroken. I refunded her like immediately for the piece plus the shipping, and it's a piece she really wanted, and I just felt horrible because I bubble wrapped the shit out of that thing. I did everything I could to assure myself it was going to right.
Tell me let's walk through this for a second. You bubble wrap the shit out of it, but was the bubble wrap touching the sides of the box?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Not only do I bubble wrap the item as much as I can, but
it was a huge item. It was a big item. It was a really big item too.
You gotta press the box like this and like this to make sure you can't feel your item. Okay. So you need to put paper in between your item.
And I did. So what I did was I bubble wrapped the shit out of it, and then I put paper in the bottom, and then I put packing peanuts, and then I put it in there, and I go around the sides and everything with the paper. I make sure I've got paper and everything, so there's like almost no movement. I don't want it jiggling around and shifting. So that's what I did. I used both paper and peanuts, and somehow it didn't make it. There were 2 other items that were in the box with them, and they're fine, but it was the big item that she wanted the most, that she had paid up for too. And I ended up having to refund her on it. But I went it with just the one picture and the receipt. And I told her, I said, the other files were too big. I try, it's my first time submitting a claim. And she said, if they want more, let her know, and she can reduce the size of the picture so that she can send me the rest of the pictures. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you should always submit it. But a lot of people say a lot of resellers say they don't get the refunds. They'll deny it, but you have to send them pictures. Okay. They want to see that.
Well, that's what I'll do. If they deny it, then I know there is an appeal process too. So then I'll get the rest of the pictures from her and then appeal with the rest of the pictures and see what happens. I mean, we basically, when we first started doing this, talked to the people at our post office here, which is a piece of shit. And they basically told us, don't even bother. You'll never get your refunds, blah, 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 blah. But then when I talked to you, you told me that, you do it. So
you don't file with them. You file online, If you do everything that they ask for, give them everything they ask for and show the damage. Yeah. I haven't lost one yet. And there is one I haven't had a damaged item for over a year. Got my first damaged item. I was like heartbroken. And it's not a replaceable item, because
exactly.
A lot of this stuff is you can't find again.
It's one of a kind.
Or whatever, yeah. A fairy lamp that's a Indiana glass. Yeah, I had that happen a couple of years ago where the top got broken, but the bottom was fine. I instantly found her another one, had it shipped to her. She was thankful and pleased. She didn't care because, I went and searched that thing down and found it. Some of the items you cannot replace.
I know
they're vintage.
And that's why I try to be so careful with this. And I try to use good boxes. I've even some of the bigger boxes I haven't been able to. I've used like the U-Haul type boxes and that kind of thing. But I'm very careful about the way I pack them. I buy boxes oftentimes from Uline. I go ahead and I invest because they're like $200.
Uline's expensive too. Yeah.
Well, it's not that the boxes are expensive. The shipping is expensive, but I ordered 150 boxes.
No, Uline boxes are more expensive than other boxes.
Are they?
Yeah, because I researched.
Because I usually catch up. Well, I ordered and just, and I don't know, maybe I didn't think they were that bad compared to what I've seen. And they're those 200 test pound boxes. I bought some in Carson City one day. There's a box shop there. And I bought like 25 boxes in there one day and they charged me like $75. I'm like, I can do better than that. And I do better than that. I ordered like 150 boxes on Uline last week and it cost me a little over with the shipping. It was $210 or something like that. And I had them the next day. So
damn, girl, that's expensive.
Did you think for 150 boxes?
Oh, 150 boxes?
150 boxes I got, but and I ordered this time. I went ahead because they are 200 test pound boxes. I ordered 25 of the 16 by 12 by 12s, which are almost the size of those small U-Haul type boxes. So I used one of those for some stuff this week. They're thick.
Bye, Connie.
Good night, Connie. Hi, Lorianne.
Working right now?
Hi, Lorianne.
She was in our drop pod, our train, our peddler's train sale. Aren't you at work right now, girly? She was supposed to join. I asked her to join us tonight, but she had to work.
Well, I'm sorry.
She's crafty, working and listening. Yep.
Yeah, I feel a lot better. It's like, I was putting together a box for somebody this week that I did do the 16 by 12 by 12 box, and Brad brought me a U-Haul box. And I said, baby, I would rather use one of these boxes that has not been compromised. It hasn't been used. It hasn't been compromised. When I'm shipping this glass like that, I want one of those good heavy duty 200 test pound boxes. I feel a lot more secure using those for these kind of, and I think for those, because actually on those, I'm only spending, I think the box itself is $1.25 or something like that. It's the shipping that gets you on that. But I didn't think a little over $200 for 150 boxes was bad. And I've got them in all kinds of sizes. I've got the 12 by 12 by 16s. I've got the 12 by 12 by 12s.
I like to use Prime. I use Prime because two of my kids pay for Prime, and I use their link to get my shipping for free.
I have ordered boxes from Prime before, smaller boxes, but not these bigger ones. When you start pricing some of these bigger boxes on Prime, they're not, that inexpensive either. But I'll do like that. I've ordered like the 6 by 8 by 4s. I've ordered those from Prime. If I'm just doing some smaller things, those are great. But for the bigger ones and the bulkier stuff and the good heavy glass, I want to know that I've got.
After 12 inches, a 12 by 12 by 12, after that, the shipping goes up.
That's why, but I went ahead and because sometimes I do get these buyers that buy several items from me, and I do ship the 16 by 12 by 12s, and it's a little bit higher, but it's really not that bad for some of the stuff when it's going clear from the West Coast to the East Coast. If it's, $25 and they've got, $100 worth of glass in there, I would rather know that if I was buying $100 worth of glass, that it's
you're right.
Shipping a little bit too. So if I'm just shipping to California, I can take one of those boxes and ship it to California for like $10. But going to the East Coast, it's going to be 25 or more. Probably.
$10, huh? I don't get to ship to California for that price.
What is my favorite? Willow, I burn white sage. Usually I just like plain white sage. But sometimes if I'm doing an actual sage bundle, I like doing it with rosemary. I stay away from lavenders. Lavenders don't mix with me. I've never really cared for the scent of lavender very much, but I like the
a very popular one.
Sage. But for incense, I do white sage. I do the Nag Chomp or the Agrabah white sage. Anyway,
Sugar Breakers, when you're working, do you have to talk on the phone the whole time, or is it through emails only?
Christmas joy.
Hello.
Ho, ho, ho. It's time to get rid of it. I got to get my house cleaned. I wasn't going to decorate. And then I'm like, I think I want to, but I've got to get the house cleaned up.
What do you mean got to get it cleaned up? What does that mean? It's you and Brad.
You should see, you can't see all this shit over here. I've got boxes and bins, and there's no room to bring out my Christmas decorations when I've got 8 pieces of Empoli sitting on my hutch and Brad's, what is that? Lalique quails are sitting up there, but the Lalique quails I can mix in with Christmas decoration. I've got to put stuff away so I can bring Christmas in. I don't have any room for Christmas right now. And if I had any unexpected company, there's shit all over the bed in the guest room too.
Okay. I'll warn you before I come.
Oh yeah. I just bin everything
up. We're going to make a trip out there, and Martha wants to go with us when we head that way.
We got to go up to Virginia City, so you can go up and see Virginia City. Sugar Britches Lori Ann's been up there. She was up there a couple of years ago, she and Gino, and I didn't know them then. Or I'd have been happy to meet them because I'm only like 20, 30 minutes from Virginia City. So that's a fun old ghost town to go visit.
Hey, Lori Ann, are you not far from where are you at? Nevada. I mean,
yeah, but they were in California at the time. Now they've moved up to Ohio, I think, haven't they? Yeah, they were living in California, I think, at the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to visit every state. I want to hit every state. David, where is he going? Damn it, where's he going? In December, he is going somewhere. Is George still in the chat? George, are you still here? He's going, I cannot remember. He's going somewhere for work in December. And I think George is nearby there. And we asked, is there any good thrifting there? And George said no. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I won't go because I still got to renew my, what do you call it when you travel out of the country?
Passport.
I got to renew my passports. For what it's going to cost for me to go up there, I might as well just not go with him if there's no good thrifting and I have to ship it back anyway.
So he's going out of the country somewhere?
No, he's not going out of the country. He's going, I cannot think of where he's going. Seattle or somewhere? Where's he going?
Well, you wouldn't need a passport to go to Seattle, or do you want it to fly?
I don't want to spend the money to fly there when by the end of this year, we need to renew our passports to go to Mexico next summer.
I gotcha.
For my niece's wedding. What's the deal with Round Top? Is it a flea market? Yes, it's a huge flea market. I told Margo she can't go unless we get her a go-kart.
Yeah, because you should have seen me in Canton. But you know what? That's when the stuff I had with my foot was starting to flare up too. I didn't know that I had plantar fasciitis. I have been limping around on this shit for months. And I finally, when we got back from Europe the first time in May, I called the orthopedic people and I got in there and I saw a nurse practitioner who basically said they won't do the injections for plantar fasciitis anymore. You have to do these exercises and that's all they'll do. Eventually it'll go away, but it takes up to a year. So, and I limped around Europe the first time with plantar fasciitis on that right foot. And so when we got home from that trip, it started getting better, but it still wasn't right when we took this last trip. And by the time we hit Budapest, my foot was screaming and I really wanted to get out and explore that city some more. They had some great shopping. They had a big market that was almost like a flea market kind of thing that we did get to see briefly the day before, but we had a whole day in Budapest on our own. And I wanted to get out and explore. And Brad and I went walking and it was like, all of a sudden I'm like, baby, I can't do this. I cannot walk this far. My foot is just screaming.
You need to travel with the go-kart. So when I met her in Canton, I met her in Canton, and it's big, but it's not big. So when she told me she wanted to make Round Top, and I was like, "Girl, we're gonna have to find you a go-kart in order for you to go to Round Top, because it's huge, it's long, and it's three or four towns actually. It's I need to measure the length of that. I don't know, but if I get it. And I found out they rent them there. They rent golf carts there.
Oh, do they?
Yes. Martha wants a golf cart next time she goes. But we usually go anywhere from 4 or 5 times. Me and David only got to go twice this time. And it was during the week because he's umpiring every weekend up until Thanksgiving. And then after that, a few more until regular softball season starts. But We sadly we didn't get to, but we go and hit our spots. We know, and
Yeah,
it's a
you
lot
know
of
where
fun.
you want to go.
Yeah, we know where
Well,
we're going.
when
We
we
go
got
hit
back from
our
this trip,
favorites.
anyway, when we got back from this trip, I called my primary care physician. I had already talked to him about this issue with my foot. And right, I had an appointment with him just before we left for Romania. And he's like, I don't have time right now. You know, there's no time. You've only got like 2 days before you leave. But when you get back, if it's not better, I will refer you to a podiatrist. And so when we got back this time, I called and they referred me to the podiatrist who got me in like the next week. And so it was like last week, I think I saw the podiatrist, and he's like, first of all, he said, I know you're here for a second opinion. I took the x-ray and everything with me. He says, I don't want to see any of that. He said, wait and let me make my own diagnosis. And he was like, now, how long have you been limping around with this? And blah, blah. I told him, he said, no, it's time to do something. He said, and I have been giving these shots for 30 years and I have never had a problem. So he gave me the injection in my heel and it's helped a lot. It still isn't right, but I go back and see him on the 9th and he says, sometimes it takes 2 and 3 injections. So come back on the 9th and we'll do another one. So I go back on the 9th and he's going to hit me again. But now my sciatic. I feel like such a old lady.
Yeah, are you getting old?
I'm telling you, do you know how old I am? Listen, I could not even bend down to pick up something off the floor the other day because it's like, oh shit.
Dana Gray says she might want to hit Round Top one year. Let me know, Dana. Let me know. You're coming from North Carolina to Round Top? We're trying to get George
got an injection in April and August for plantar fasciitis. I know, and now they're saying so many of these guys that I know, they're not giving them in the foot anymore because they're not injecting into a joint. They're just injecting into tissue, and it can cause more harm than good, and can damage the fascia. And my podiatrist is like, no. So he immediately
changed it all the time. I'm sorry. They change stuff all the time.
This
is good for you. 2 years later, it's not good for you no more. George, do you remember where David said he was going for his work?
I need that now too, Roxanne.
I'm asking George where my husband is going for his work conference. Because my husband
is he like up in Seattle area somewhere?
I can't remember where he said he was going. I figured George would know because George told us it wasn't good thrifting there. So George will remember.
You know, Brad if it's in that Seattle area, but that's where Brad grew up, and that's where his son is. And we were up there. When were we up there? Before we left on this last trip, we went up there. And I don't remember, we hit a few thrift stores and didn't find a lot. And Brad we did do, I know, because there was some big yard sale in some area. I can't remember what it was called. And that was the reason Brad wanted to go up at that time frame. And we found some stuff, but not a lot. He says Brad tells me he doesn't do the estate sales up there. The estate sales up there are too many people and too much money. Very expensive. Really? But he loves the estate sales here. He hits these estate sales here. So we get some pretty good stuff. There's one outfit we like in particular that runs some of these estate sales because they will be like, make a pile. The more you get, the cheaper the price is going to be. And you can just fill up bags or whatever and take them up there. And there's this one guy that works some, if we can corner him, and he'll look in our bags and give us a price that's generally very reasonable. George said he mentioned Torrey Pines here in San Diego.
That San Diego in California? Man.
Yeah, that's down in Southern California. That's Southern California.
I've never been to California. Maybe I should be going.
Yeah, you might like that area. San Diego area is very pretty.
Well, even though it's not thrifting, I guess I could actually take a vacation. Maybe I should go.
But there are thrift stores. That's down there where in that area. No, I'm trying to think. No,
David's free. He's already taken care of. I have to pay for me. So, and I'm a tightwad when it comes to me. I don't want to spend money on me.
I think it's just being in the right place at the right time. A lot of times. I mean, Brad and I do very well here at that one honey hole, but we don't do as well at all the other. We don't even bother with the Goodwills in Reno at all. And the bins, oh my God, we started doing those a little bit when we first discovered them. I was like, it's not even worth it here. Not even worth it to go to the bins in Reno. So, but that one honey hole that we go to, we do very well at. But we will go on occasion and walk out of there going, no, not really anything. And then other times we walk in there, and we came out last week with a Fenton fairy lamp, the Fenton Lily of the Valley fairy lamp.
Wow.
And it's uranium too. It's the uranium.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
Willow,
no, you don't get free boxes off of Prime. You can, if you have Prime, you can get free shipping.
Yeah. Oh, I wish you could get free boxes.
This is where the party's at. Yes. When Margo's involved, there's a party. But even so, if nothing else, George, if I go, it'd be worth meeting you, right? So even if there's no great thrifting, I can go see.
But you can still go look. You might find something. You might find some thrift store. I mean, we've gone into some places where we didn't think we were going to find anything and found stuff. So
David will be working all day, and I have to go by myself. And I was like, "How am I going to get around?" He goes, "Uber," and I'm like, I don't know about that.
Rent a car with GPS.
GPS, I can do that, but
yeah, that's I love that.
Well, even if you just stay at the hotel, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could use a spa visit. Yeah, I could use a spa.
Mm.
So, I started out, last week, I was going to start babysitting again. Not totally happy about a full-time babysitting gig because, I got so much on my plate. Well, it only lasted a week.
Unplug that. Oh, I didn't.
It only lasted a week, so I don't have to. I was babysitting my grandson, my youngest grandson, but now she's not going to work no more. So that fell through. Not sad about it either. I know you're good.
I thought I'd turned off my glue gun and I hadn't. It's still sitting here all hot.
Oh, I see. California is way higher, more expensive than, Houston area. But Houston area, we don't find the cool things like Scott gets, Scott makes me sick. He just comes up with this stuff. We find it in Round Top, but we're paying full retail price that I can't get it compared to what Scott gets it for. So we see it. You find at Round Top, Dana said, she's interested in coming to Round Top. It is fabulous. It is fun. We will go every time it's open. I actually have friends trying to get me to go and do a booth, and that's 3 weeks long. I hate change. I do. I'm nervous about change. I'm nervous about moving. So, but I'm like adamant about it now. I'm ready to go. So, I hate Round Top is some place to come check out. Regardless, if you've never been, check it out. You are going to find something. You might not find a car full, but you will find something. Yeah, I doubt that Scott gets.
See, I've thrifted. Brad and I thrifted a little bit in Pennsylvania, and I looked for some of the places like where Crazy Lamp Lady, where she's mentioned where she goes and stuff. But we were never able to really find those places. I don't remember finding anything really remarkable in Pennsylvania. We did thrift in New York, but not New York City. I think we were more in that upstate area. There was some town, I can't remember what the name of it was. I think it started with a B. And it was a small town, and Brad and I hit that one, and we came up with some pretty good stuff there, very reasonably priced too. So, but we have thrifted. When we did that trip up to Canada, we hit 27 states when we did that one, between Nevada up to New Brunswick, and we thrifted well in Canada, up in Moncton, I think was the name of the town that we were in, and was Moncton, and then there was another one, but I think it was Moncton had a Savers or a Value Village, they called it up there. And it was nice because my Savers phone number also worked up there in Canada to get me all of the appropriate discounts and everything that I wanted. And we had no problem up there at all. We did really well up there, though. We picked up blue sky pottery, masks, big wooden masks and stuff that we brought back and either sold at the corner or sold on my channel. So We did real well up there. Maine, not as well. We came down through Maine, but we stop. I mean, when we're on the road like that, it's like every town coming up, Brad's like, if he's driving, he's got me on the GPS to see if there's any thrift stores. See if there's any thrift stores in this town or thrift stores in that town.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did that too. I bought Bakelite jewelry for. Bakelite jewelry is very hard to find at a reasonable price. At a reasonable price. So, Dana Grace, are you a reseller? I didn't know that. If you are Apple Martini, you're a reseller. I didn't know some of y'all were resellers.
Apple Martini is more of a shopper. But she's a careful shopper. She's a frugal shopper. She's frugal.
No, she's a shopper, she says.
Mm-hmm. I think Dana Grace would like to, I think, but I don't think she's in trouble. Oh, she's a troublemaker. Now, Charlene has a booth. Don't you have a booth, Charlene? She's in Kentucky.
Kentucky, we were there.
I think she was telling us the other day that she was moving her booth or doing something, so she's driving around with all this shit in her car.
She's
got a booth.
I have done a booth from time to time. We've done it a couple of times at a couple of different places. It just, I don't know if it's good location. I would love to go to Alvin, which is an hour and a half away, about an hour away, maybe. But I don't know. What's the same? Same thing being in eBay. You get more eyes on your stuff. So I don't know.
Shirley says they're still in there too.
They're still in her car. I love Kentucky. Oh my God. I was telling David I could move here. We're driving down the road. Every time we drove down the road, I could live here. I can move here. I can move here. Everything was pretty out there. We did not drive through, and we drove all over Kentucky, by the way. We were driving, and they're big on Peddler's Mall. Forget the Goodwills. Screw the Goodwills out there. Peddler's Malls is the place to go. And everything is pretty. All the little hills, but greenery everywhere is so pretty. So nice. That's so far away from my grandkids, but I could do it.
I like that whole East Coast area, but Brett and I've even thought about that too, especially now that my daughter lives in Ohio and coming down from Ohio through Kentucky and Tennessee and all of that. It's just beautiful. But Brad cannot deal with that East Coast humidity. The moment it warms up outside, he can't deal with that. So he says he will never live on the East Coast. He will only live on the West Coast.
Oh, he thinks he's so bad. Try Canada. You lived in Canada. My sister moved to had moved to Canada for 8-10 years. I don't know how long she was up there. But her husband refused he can barely cross the United States, into the United States without oh no, it's too hot out here. It's so bad. I want to go to Ohio too. We want to go to Ohio and what's the other Ohio and I cannot think of that other state that's above that. Where's Junk to be loved? Where's she at?
No clue. I don't know her. See, I'll be in Ohio, Lorianne, probably sometime in either February or March. When we make our trip to Florida, we're going to rent a car. And my daughter is up in that Dayton area. She's actually in Bellbrook. So we will probably, when we rent a car, we will make our way up to Ohio, but we'll go via through South Carolina, North Carolina, and then head over that direction somehow. I won't know till we get there. And then we'll drive back down before we fly home.
When are you doing this?
We have probably either February or March, sometime in late February, early March, maybe. Michigan, see, Debbie Vitale's in Michigan too, and she keeps saying, we're not that far from there. Come by here too. I like Iowa. I have people in Iowa. I have family in Iowa. Okay, see, so Lorianne's right on the Michigan line, so that would be Ohio and Michigan.
Yeah, I want to go see her and raid her place. I think she has cool things. I love her items that she has. Apparently she finds damn good things. You see the table she just bought? She bought a what is it, 60s, 50s, 60s, one of those chrome side.
I know what you're talking about, almost like the soda fountain type look. And
yes.
Yeah, I had one of those years ago with the yellow top.
Take it all. Then what would you do, Miss Sugar Britches, if I took it all? By the way, I don't have no room here to take it all, but like I said,
for Micah, for Micah.
Yeah, there you go.
$30, she says. She got $30.
That is good, and it's very nice. Were there chairs with that or no? What did she say? Cracked ice table?
Cracked, yes. Yeah, I don't know that term.
I don't know that term either. I've never heard that.
Bring a damn truck.
I did finally get me one of those tables, and it came with just 2 chairs. She has a design on hers. Mine has the wiggly lines or whatever on it. And it's all in good shape, but you know how it has that piping on the chairs? Well, part of it was ripped, and one of my grandkids started pulling out the piping part. I don't know if I can squeeze that back in there. This is why, you got to watch your grandkids when they come over. They don't know how to take care of them. They see a string of a pool. You don't have any grandkids?
Not one.
Wow.
None. Neither one of my daughters. I had both of my daughters kind of late in life anyway. I had Emily at 34. I was 39 when I had Ellen, and neither one of them have reproduced at this point, which I'm absolutely okay with. So when and if they decide, well, Emily, she got into the bodybuilding thing for so long. She's a power lifter.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Kind of screwed up her cycle and stuff. She's been seeing a doctor to try to get back on track. She hasn't been doing as much lifting, but she's kind of missing it. So I think she'd like to do that. Ellen's, I'm just thankful that neither one of them are rushing into any of that kind of thing, unless they can be responsible, adult parents. So, because I'm not raising anybody's babies. I'm just not going to do it. I know too many people who are, and I'm not.
I started as a kid having babies. I want a break from having to deal with babies. I need my me time.
Need to be independent now.
My kids did wait longer than I did, let me just say. So, and my daughter is 27. I have 5 kids, and only 2 of them, my first one and my 4th one, have children. My 2nd, 3rd, and 5th do not have children yet. So I still got a long ways to go to having grandkids, but and I have 6, 4, 5, 6, 6 grandkids already. And I still got 3 children to go. But I started early. They did start late, so that's good. I'm grateful for that. Because once you start early, y'all, it's hard to catch up until they're gone. Can you catch up?
That's why by the time, because I was older when I had my kids too. So by the time that they were both independent and doing their own things to where I don't have to worry about them all the time, I'm like, yay, finally I get to be young again. Because my ex-husband and I divorced. We separated.
Girl, you just said you were in your late 30s when you had children. You got to play. I was 16.
I played before, but I want to play again. Because by the time, their dad and I split up, we split up in 98. We got divorced in 2000. So the kids were still young then. So I was basically, he didn't take them very often. He would take them if I really needed him to, but they were home most of the time.
You hear that? Dana Grace likes other people's children.
Because they get to go home. You're going to take them home.
I like grandchildren because they get to go home. But
I like the little kids down the street. Yeah.
Even my own children. I'm like, didn't I teach you better than this? Why are you so generous with your kids? Why don't, because I was strict. I was a strict mommy. I was strict. My mom was way more stricter than me, but I was strict. My mom was mean. But my kids, they like, I'm telling you, it's this generation. It's that generation and the generation after that. I mean, they know there's a whole new life when they come to Tam Tam's house. I'm Tam Tam. My grandma's name is Tam Tam. We don't allow them to jump on our couch. We don't, when they play with a toy, that's fine. I have a whole toy room dedicated for my grandkids. All vintage toys, by the way. But when you're done with it, we're going to put it up. You're not playing with it. It's been 30 minutes. You're not playing with it. Go put it up. I don't want all my toys in the floor. And you think you're going to leave and leave this mess to me? No, 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 no. But see, they're not raised that way at home. They don't make them clean their rooms. They don't make them take out the trash. They don't give them any responsibilities. And when they come here, I'm mean because I make them do something. No, I didn't make a mess. I'm not cleaning it. You're going to clean it. This is how this works. So this is where I get like, so I went to my granddaughters tonight. My son's house tonight to go see them. One of them to get ready for trick-or-treating. She starts throwing a fit about, because she didn't want to wear this long sleeve shirt under her costume because it's chilly outside now. And she's nothing but a little skeleton. She's so skinny and all. And she starts throwing a fit. I'm looking at my son, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, this wouldn't have happened with you, right? Because I had that look. I'm like, I'm going to count to 3.
Really?
I give them that look. I don't even never get to 3. Mm-hmm. I try to teach my other daughter-in-law that with the one with the 4 kids. There's counting. You don't count to 1, 2, 3, and then like, I'm going to spank you. No, when you get to 3, then you spank them. You don't sit there. I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to count to 3. I'm going to spank you. No, you already threw that shit out the window. When you count, you do, that kind of thing. So I basically had to teach her how to, and it still hasn't sunk in, but they know when they come here.
And something to consider for these younger people, something else that I've always kind of talked to my daughters about is, when you are in a solid relationship and you decide that you want to have children, what you have to understand about all of this too is that regardless of how you think things are going to be, your life is going to change. And all of this way that you think, you're going to raise your kids this way so this doesn't happen and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work that way. So you've got to, so if you want to travel, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to get that out of your system before you have children, because the moment you have them for the next 18 years, at least of your life,
that's right.
It's going to change.
It's funny. You speaking of how you said that, you think you're going to be this way, you're going to be that way. I remember, and mind you, again, let me remind you, I was 16 when I had my first child. And I used to say as a teenager, I'm never going to let my kid wear a onesie all the time. Nuh-uh. Shit, when that kid got here, you think I'm going to dress him all the time? He was wearing his onesie. I didn't give him dress every morning. I didn't put his fancy clothes with shoes and socks. No, I kept him in his onesies. I was like, listen to me. I remember saying that, and I'm like, I look like a fool because now I'm not doing it.
Yeah. See, Christmas Joy says she's 51 and only has a 25-year-old and no grandchildren. And then you think too, not to put any damper on the whole thing too, but I've been watching on, God, what is it, Netflix that has that new series out about the Earth? Morgan Freeman narrates it. I can't remember, Life on Earth or something like that. And it goes way back to even before the Jurassic period and about how the world formed. And we have gone through at least, I think they talk about at least 4 evolutionary processes where life has become extinct, whether it was not human life or dinosaur life, just various different types of life throughout these billions of years. So, you start thinking about, and then it ends by talking about what humans have done to the earth and the position that we're in right now and trying to make changes now. And this is going to be a very, very hard process. It's like people going to instead of fuel cars, to keep the emissions out of the atmosphere and everything. And I don't know that that's ever going to happen, at least in our lifetime, to see that kind of a real total change evolve. How do you tell people, that especially with people and finances and such, how do you convince, you can't just take away their fuel cars when that's all they have to get around with and such, and insist that people go to electric cars. There's some states, I think California has even now banned electric or fuel blowers and stuff. You can't use like certain blowers in certain neighborhoods to clean the leaves and all of this kind of stuff. I mean, oh yeah.
California, because blowers do something to the environment.
The emissions, if you're using the fuel ones, it's the emissions that come out and go up into the atmosphere. I mean, I don't understand it all, so I'm don't want to sound like I'm well versed on it, because I'm not, but it does make you think about, when you start thinking about that, is we have such an overpopulation of people too, and it's not just here in the United States, and probably in comparison it's much less than like in China and those places, with all of the people. A crude way to kind of say, is it time to stop having babies for a while? I don't know if there's any sense to something like that, or to limit it. I don't know. It's kind of sad to think about it, but still, we got to do something.
It's funny because I used to say all the time when I was younger, I wanted kids. I only wanted one child, and I wanted a girl. That's me as a teenager. I only want one child, and I want a girl. So I fall in the plan where God had other plans for me, because he tormented me with boys. I kept saying, and I wasn't stopping until I got a girl. Well, for those of you that don't know, I've been married 3 times. And when I got with David, I always said I was going to have another child. I already had 4 boys by this time when I married David. David married into 4 boys. Sucker. But he was great. He was great with those kids. But I always said, if I have a boy, now this is me, me out talking out loud. If I have a boy with you, David, you and him can go. Because if I'm going to have another child, I didn't need another boy. If I was going to have another boy, I didn't need no more children, because I do know I didn't need more children. I was suffering as it was financially, not for my kids. My kids were great. I loved my boys. We were so cool together. But I didn't need another boy. I wanted a girl. And God's like, no. You say you only want a girl. I'm going to show you. So I used to tease David. I have a boy. You and him can go, because I don't need any more children. I don't need to be married again anyways. It don't matter. So y'all 2 can go, and I'll just live here with my boys. I just want a girl. My dad was so happy when I had a girl, because he's like, you can finally stop. Because I said I was going to keep going until I got a girl. But,
you can
I'm sarcastic and all. If y'all know me, I'm sarcastic. But I finally got my girl. And I didn't believe it, because, you can have those pre-tests done, right? And the doctor did say, do you want to know what you're having? And I was like, I don't believe you, because my second child, they said I was having a girl, came out a boy. So when Skyline came, they said it was, they did tell me it was a girl. And I said, I don't believe it until I see it. And literally, and I had a midwife, by the way, for my last 2 children. My 4th child was born at home, but my 5th one, my girl, was born in a hospital because my insurance wouldn't allow me to have it at home, but I had a midwife. And anyways, so when she was born, my doctor's like, she raises her, and she said, the midwife raises her, and she goes, well, I'm not going to say what it is. Let's just let mommy see. I had her reach up, and she told her right in front of me with her cord down right between her legs, and I had to move the cord around. I mean, out between her legs to see what it is, because she wasn't telling me. And I just fell back, and I was like, thank God I can quit, because it was a girl. It was a girl. They were right this time. So I was ecstatic, and I stopped having children after that. So I have 5 children. I only have 1, and I hate it. I wish I could have, I have 3 siblings, 5 children. it's good and it can be bad. So it's what you make of it, I'm sure, I guess. You can fight with siblings. You can have your best friend as a sibling.
Off here anyway. My mother's trying to call me.
Oh.
And it's not.
So, that's my story. My story of children.
She's probably trying to leave me a voicemail or something. I better try to. Anyway, I probably better go anyway. I got to try to call my mother back. So.
Yeah, we've been on a long time. I do.
Yeah.
Oh, 3.5 hours.
So you're like 11, 13 there. It's after midnight on the East Coast.
So, okay, guys, thanks for joining us with our little creative hats. Margo already took hers off.
Well, here, I'll show it to you one more time. I gotta put it back on my head model here. I told my mother about it earlier that I would take a picture of it when I.
It is fabulous. I love that hang off in the back. The
veil.
Yeah, the veil.
Yes. But I think I will. I think I like the idea.
Wearing that for funeral?
Tacking those. Wouldn't this would be a great funeral hat, wouldn't it?
Bring it next October when we go.
When we go to the cemeteries, you're going to take me to some cool cemeteries.
This will be my first time to explore cemeteries, by the way, if I do
really?
That. Yes. I mean, exploring them at night. I explore genealogy looking for my
flashlight. It feels a little bit weird. The first time I was in a cemetery at night, I think was
I would think it would be spooky.
In Connecticut. It was in Connecticut, and I had never been to the cemetery before, but I knew about it because when my father did our genealogy, it took us back there, and he had a picture of a crypt that was by a colonial governor. His name was Robert Treat. He was one of the original founders of Newark, New Jersey, and he's like my 8th great grandfather. So I had seen pictures of this grave because my dad did all of this pre-internet. He used to travel back there to do all of the research. So it was all before the internet. So I knew about this cemetery. And when I got there, a friend of mine who lived in the area met me there, and she and I went and explored it. And so I found the crypt immediately. Well, she and I went to dinner that night, and then we had like a half a bottle of Merlot left and stuff, and they let us actually cork it up and take it with us. So we went back to, it's called the Old Burial Ground in Milford, Connecticut. So we went back there and sat on this grave because it's one of those that sticks up out of the ground. And so we sat on the grave and drank Merlot and had a little bit of that hooch.
Did you see anything? Did you feel anything? Did you anything
at
spooky?
First, when I first went in, because it was night, I felt kind of weird. And then after I had been in there for a few minutes, it was like, this is good. It's calm. It's quiet. No, it was very comfortable. So I have no problem going into a cemetery.
No, you know where you need to go is into a prisoner's graveyard. Maybe I know because you love prisons. And you love graveyards, go find one of those. I bet you'd be happy then.
I tried our old Nevada State Prison in Carson City. It was built in like the early sometime in the 1800s. Nevada didn't even become a state until 1864. So I don't remember when they actually built this old prison, but the legislature finally closed it down about 8 years ago, I think, because there was just no way to really keep it up to code or anything anymore. And I have always heard that there is an old prison cemetery on the grounds somewhere. And so after they closed it, there's another cemetery that's right on the other side of the road. So after they closed it, I drove over there one day, and the road goes clear around the old cemetery, and there were no signs or anything like keep out or anything. So I had my mother, my 85-year-old mother in the car with me, and one of my daughters and 2 of my dogs that I had at the time. So we're going around it, and I'm really looking through the old cemetery yard. You can't get to it because it's all still fenced and everything, but I'm trying to figure out where on that property the cemetery would be. Well, it got me too close to the cemetery or to the prison that's next door to it, which is called Warm Springs. And all of a sudden we heard this stop, halt. And I look up and there's guards with guns pointed at us and the whole bit. So
wow.
they came over and they ID'd me and everything. And I just told them, I said, hey, I'm just driving around. I'm looking for the old cemetery that's supposed to be on these grounds somewhere. And they said, well, you're too close to this cemetery, so you can't be over on this side. So we had to leave. And then I've also been asked with my mother and I made a trip up to Oregon one year, and coming down the Oregon coast after you cross into California is a town called Crescent City, a city called Crescent City. And at Crescent City is the old Pelican Bay prison. And so we're just driving down the road and I see the sign, oh, Pelican Bay prison. I'm like, shit, I'm going to slide over there and see if I can check out the Pelican Bay prison. And so we ended up getting too close. I pulled off to the side of the road and I'm trying to take pictures of the old prison from what I could see out the side of the road. And all of a sudden I got guards on my ass again. Twice with my mother, we've been run off of prison.
Oh my God. You didn't get your mama in prison, girl.
My poor mother. I got to call her back. She's trying to call me and for some reason it's not going through. So I got to give her a call back. Be
Christmas
sure she's
Joy
okay.
lives near me. Hello, Christmas Joy. You live in San Antonio? I'm in Houston, and Helen's just near San Antonio, right out San Antonio. But okay, we're gonna let y'all go now. We've been on for a couple of hours.
Hanging out with us. It's been a ball. I've had a blast. And Tammy, we'll get together and get you on my channel. Have you too? We'll figure out a date to do that.
Okay, we'll figure that out. And a Christmas marathon. We'll see.
Yes, absolutely. I'm in for that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Say good night, you guys.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.